Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Krabby McCoffee, aka Rita Lee, Christmas edition. I'm Rita Lee. If you're new to the channel, hit the thumbs up, subscribe button. If you're a backer, welcome back. So I want to give you guys something interesting. So I need to copy this, and then. Oh, So, a couple updates for you this morning. I know Zoe has messaged me this morning. Had a nice chat with Zoe this morning. So, while we're waiting on Coffee Edition with Rita this morning, I got a surprise for you guys. I love it when a plan comes together. So, I am Krabby McCoffee, also known as Colonel R.L. Lieutenant Colonel R.L. Smith of the A Team. And I love it when a plan comes together. So while we're waiting this Christmas morning, Merry Christmas to you all. As you can see, the Christmas dinner is on temporary hold. Yes, because of issues. Now, before we go into it and we get angry and people say, "Oh well, your Christmas dinner is going to be ruined." No, not really, because you see, I sleep days, as I told Zoe. Okay, Zoe wanted to keep her. Gee, you're a pellet popping machine this morning. Did you hear that? Anyways, do you have any toys? Oh yeah, you got a few little toys. I got some fresh ones in the bathroom. I'll bring in for you. You happy, huh? Now you don't have to roll and poo poo. All right, so I told Zoe with her Windows computer, she'll be here soon. She's So while we're waiting, let's just have my coffee. I'm gonna put my glasses here temporarily, and I gotta look for my hat for a second. It's Christmas after all. So here we go. So Santa's on vacation for the next 12 months. You see? Told you I work one day a year at Christmas time. So, anyways, coffee cup needs to be refilled. Meanwhile, while Zoe's waiting, I wanted to say to Zoe, thank you for talking with me today. It was really great. So, coffee time with Rita this morning is gonna be great. Last night I had some last night poll before I clocked out of the StreamYard YouTube. The poll was like, it was like, I don't know. Hmm. So sorry about that. Zoe's messaging me on what do you call it? Discord, which we all have Discord. I've decided to. So this morning I emailed Chloe's mom wishing her a Merry Christmas, and she emailed me back, "Thank you. It's so kind of you. Someone thought of me." Oh yeah. Of course, I told her my Christmas cards wasn't shipped. Oh, which, by the way, I need to go over to Google Voice for a minute as I got a funny joke. See, I told Zoe the way it works here is you log into my Discord, or you log into my StreamYards, right? On StreamYards, you click the link, you give the permissions needed from the program StreamYards, and then you get to talk live. I mean, Mark hasn't done it, Chris has done it. Higgins won't do it. Pee Wee, of course, Mama Pee Wee. So, me and Mama Pee Wee and the rest. Yeah, so one of the things that we were talking about with Higgins, is it's like almost 11. So you guys are wondering while we're waiting for Zoe, what we're doing with Google Voice. Well, I'm multitasking, because tomorrow is a holiday. Post office is closed. I'm going to be texting my father-in-law. Mm-hmm. Hey, wait, no, no, no. Damn it. Hold on. So instead of doing that, she calls me. You see? Look, I said specifically, let me explain it again. Okay. Look, I'm going to show her. All right. See? So what you do is you do this, first of all. Then you do this. Then you do this. Ah. Uh, does anyone want to hear Zoe's voice? All right, so hold on a sec. Give me a second. You guys, I'm not muting it, but I will put headphones on so we can troubleshoot with Zoe. All right, so hold on a sec. There. Hold on. There. Because I can't do two items at once. I can't use the microphone and the thingy, they it's hard. So let's see. Hold on there. Let's trip. Fine, let's see if this works. This is very disgusting. Yeah, well. Alright. So what the hell is wrong with this? It's like half the time it's not working. There. Okay. Let me see what the problem is. All right. So what you do is you go to Discord. I'm always troubleshooting anyways. So, all right. So I got this plugged in. All right. I got the volume here turned off. Okay. So she calls. Well, no. So, all right. So what we're going to do is go over to here and go here. And I'm going to cut. Oh.
Hey.
Oh, yes, I see her now. She finally figured it out. Let me turn on the
What's up, dude? This is hilarious.
Oh yes, she's there. So I just need to plug headphones in, everyone. So I can literally hear Gigi, who's in bed with her tablet this morning, or computer, or whatever she's like. Welcome.
Welcome. Merry Christmas,
Merry
all.
Christmas to you. Yes, I'm was excited. You said you were gonna join for a bit, and I was like, "Wow, you look really good, by the way."
Thank you. I'm all bundled up. Look, I'm in like my
You look like a lady lumberjack with all that there, but I bet you it's really toasty.
I'm warm. Yeah, I'm like I'm freezing as fuck, man. It's like negative nothing here, and I have a bunch of big I have a whole fucking wall, Rita. It's a whole wall of nice.
I'm just trying to brag. See, 51.
Yeah, fuck off. I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I know. This is unedited, so whatever she says, she knew I was gonna probably do that anyways because
Yeah, maybe
earlier
I'll just pull out a doobie and start smoking it online.
you can do
Merry
whatever.
Christmas, motherfuckers!
Yes, you can do the doobie. It's not
I have
illegal
one
to
right here.
smoke.
Watch me smoke it. You'll be laughing your ass off. Like, look at this motherfucker.
I've done
It's
the.
legal. Hey, it's legal. What
Oh,
are
I
they gonna do
know,
to me?
and YouTube can't do anything about it.
Who?
I said, and YouTube can't do anything about it either. That's what I
Why
said.
not? They can't.
Nope. They've had problems with me in the past with too much booze, and they flagged my video from time to time.
Look,
But
here's my weed pipe.
Oh, that looks really cool.
There's my weed and there's my lighter. See?
You use the old Bic lighter, the Bic lighter.
No, it's not big. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm freezing. And you know why I'm cold is because I haven't gotten out of fucking bed all day, and so I have no circulation going. I'm just laying here like, oh, I'm fucking freezing. I put some lipstick on though. Look at that.
Did you actually use under your covers, to stay warm? Because usually I sleep with just like a wool blanket or two. So, if you have like a comforter set, you probably were nice and toasty down there. Yes.
I stay warm, Rita. I stay in bed all the time.
So
like,
currently,
in the winter, I'm like, hey, fuck you. I'm getting back into bed. People are like, no, you're not. I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. I hate it. I hate the winter.
So 4 p.m. until 4 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday morning. Roads are going to be slick overnight. Monday morning. This one's
for Mike Allen. This one's from Mike Allen.
Oh, yes. Mikey, Magic Mike, as you call him.
Yeah, where is he?
Probably hanging out with his friends because he's he's probably with his husband and his friends today. It's Christmas.
So this is Christmas.
Yes, it is.
I'll just take Mike's place. What happened to the rabbit cage, man? What's going on back there?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Leave Google Voice. No, don't leave. I was looking at your weather. So currently it says it feels like 1 degree and it's 13. The rabbit cage. I love it when a plan comes together.
Is it cleaned?
Yes, the bottom looks like it's crusty, but it's clean. There's no poo pellets. This is clean this morning. See?
Oh, good. So the rabbit's happy. Look at this.
See, there's no poo.
Hi, Hadi. I love that rabbit.
So I basically,
I'm Mike Allen, and this is not a crack pipe, y'all. So don't let anyone get the wrong idea. I'm like, this is pure organic.
Turn the volume on my computer up. So I want to brag to you all today, people. I convinced Zoe to. She was a question. I spent a few hours with her this morning on her Christmas morning before napping, and she started asking me technical questions how to install the Kindle reader on a computer so she can start using it as a book reader, and she did. She bought her first book. How is it going with your books besides staying nice and warm in bed?
My book?
The Kindle book. Remember, I troubleshooted it with you, didn't I not?
I went to sleep.
So you've been sleeping for a long time then. Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. I hear myself echoing. It's really annoying.
All right. Let me plug the headphones in. I was testing it out. So let me turn the headphones on so we don't have the echo problem. It's my end for once. I'll admit that. I was trying to be kind of lazy, everyone, and fill that coffee cup up because I haven't had my morning coffee.
No, Rita. Just get your fucking coffee. Get your coffee and then put the headphones on. What the fuck?
Right. Hold on.
Okay, you have your coffee.
Yeah, I just filled it up. That's why I went over there. I have to have my morning juice to wake up.
Yeah.
Yep. So anyways, this cage is clean and I got out of bed, and being funny that I was, I said, how long did I sleep? Chloe says, about 5.5, 6 hours. I said, oh, really? And
we both went to bed. Remember I was making sandwiches? I'm like, oh, I'm going to take a nap. And then, what is it, like fucking 5 hours later, and you and I are like, oh, yeah, maybe we should get up now.
Well, yeah, I got up because I told Chloe I need to get up, and then I get up, and I looked at her and I was like this, and she's like, well, first thing she said was, oh, well, I don't know why I have no energy like you people. I'm like, what? I'm a you people? You guys can jump out of bed after 4 hours, run around for 36 hours, and then climb back into bed. Where she's like,
No, we don't.
I'm so. Well, she's talking about you. She says you people. She's talking
Which
about
people?
me.
Which people?
She's addressing it. Chloe's addressing as you people, meaning me. She's like, you people. You can go to bed for 4 hours, get up, stay up 36 hours, and yet she's like, I have no energy. So I was like, oh, so she's like, I have no energy, and I couldn't stop laughing. No energy, really?
Wait, she's like in her 30s. Get a life. She's got plenty of energy.
I know. I thought it was funny as hell. She's like,
That's
I have no energy, and
Yeah.
I did get a candy bar today, everyone. Now, Zoe and I were talking about candy this morning. She was telling me a story.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. You know what I have in the fridge? I have a Coca-Cola in the fridge. I might have to get a Coca-Cola.
I have.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a Coca-Cola in a straw. Watch this. I'm already stoned.
I have white family size Hershey's cookies and cream candy bar.
Hold on 2 seconds, okay?
Go get your Coca-Cola.
I got to get my Coca-Cola. Hold on.
Let's see how this is going to work. Oh, she's echoing now a bit. All right, so gotta go over a couple things. Chloe's like, pick your scanner. I was like, okay, cool. So I might make it let's get a Christmas present, Oh, they're doing that again. Okay. One at a time.
Oh my God. It's freezing.
Do you have your heater on, my dear?
I have both heaters going. I'm still fucking cold. It doesn't matter. Okay, hold on.
I'm holding on. I ain't going anywhere, Missy. I just wanted to see you with your straw. Yes. Yeah. See, there she goes. She's got the Coca-Cola. So you're a Coca-Cola fan.
Yeah, I love Coca-Cola. This is my jam.
What about cherry Coca-Cola?
In bed. This is probably not even right. It's 10 o'clock on a school night, Rita. And here we are in bed drinking Coca-Cola. This can't be right. Can't be good. I don't give a fuck. I love Coke.
I used to like Pepsi. I always liked Pepsi. You know what's really great? I'll tell you what's really great. When hubby and I were together, he would go down to Tacos Jalisco around the corner next to the post office in Quincy. They had the best Coca-Cola and Pepsi in the world. Why? Because it was imported from Mexico and they use real cane sugar.
Wow.
The reason for it is Mexicans believe that high fructose corn syrup is a trigger for all types of cancer. So they made it illegal in beverages, so they have to use pure cane sugar. So everyone loves the Mexican Cokes and Pepsis and Fantas.
I love Mexican Coke. I love the Mexican Cokes. I like them though. I like them because of the bottle. I like to drink out of those bottles.
Yeah, and you've heard the old stories about your parents back in the day, and your grandparents probably saying, when I grew up, the reason Coca-Cola was so popular is because the formula had cocaine in it.
Yeah, actually, my grandma used to brag about that, and I'm like, I told her, I said, Grandma, I said, those are drugs. That's what I said. I said, that is not something to brag about. I told her that. And she's like, oh, come on. She said, you need to soften up. Well, so she used to tell me, I'm like, you're talking about cocaine, right? She's like, yeah, you need to soften up. I'm like,
the thing is the reason they forced Coca-Cola to change the formula was because of the cocaine.
How do you like your own grandma trying to tell you to soften up, though? I was like, oh, so you're a rebel.
I would have been. My grandmother never told anyone to soften up. My grandmother was one of those, that was pretty badass. She was one of those that would jump in her sports car, drive down the street, and then she'd be like telling me, Rita, you don't say a word. And then my mom would be sitting there being like, why are you giggling? She'd be like, oh, look, I got a ticket. Why are you happy you got a ticket? Because people think I'm a little Granny Two Shoes that doesn't speed. My mom's like, no, I'm Granny Two Shoes. You're a speed demon. And she's like, oh, yeah, I like speeding. My grandmother was
I spilled
a rebel.
Coca-Cola on my vest already. I'm glad I have my vest on because I just spilled Coke on it. It was pretty bad.
Well, sometimes it happens when you're lazy, you know, or
I know.
you know, but it's all good, you know.
So
So
what's going on over there? So what about those fucking dishes back there, eh?
she wanted a break apparently, and
A break from what?
I don't know. She just said, you know, oh, I don't have any energy, and I'm like,
What kind of break? What are you talking about? She gets a break all day. She's been sleeping all day.
Well, maybe gaming all day. We don't know. I mean, I went to sleep, and she went to get some extra milk from the gas station and a candy bar for me. Came back, I got up. I got up. The story goes, I got up. I looked at her. She's like in the kitchen, like, oh, I still got a lot of dishes to do. And I said, okay. I looked over and I wagged my finger and I said, hey, you know, you can earn gift cards too, but you can't earn them if you don't take care of the bunny.
What are you going to cook or what?
I'm going to be cooking when things are done, you know, but since I sleep till wee hours in the night and since I'm up all the wee hours in the morning or night, that would mean I could probably cook at 2 in the morning and it'd be fine. Due to the fact that, you know, as long as I'm on YouTube, you know,
right.
That's I think I brought that up to you earlier, jokingly with you, you know, in Discord. I said, I don't know why she doesn't like me being on the phone or on Discord or YouTube. It just doesn't make sense why she doesn't want me to give the fans their entertainment. And like, when you're done, I'll do something. Okay. I'm like, okay. If you knew my husband, he'd come up with some wide crack like, okay.
Well, what is she doing now? Did she go back to bed? I mean, come on.
She's in her room playing a game, I think. Is what she's doing, you know.
Well, it's Christmas. She should be able to do whatever she wants. But I'm just saying, like, you should tell her, like, if she wants a piece of that meat, someone's going to have to do those dishes because you can't put that meat in until that kitchen's clean.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, and I got a ham defrosting, too. And then I'm also, which reminds me, I'm going to have to tell Zoe. And by the way, everyone, I want to say, tomorrow is a good day to do food shopping because this is now the discount clearance on hams, turkeys, and prime ribs. Now, I know how to cook a prime rib. Zoe, of course, she made the joke. She'll just bat her eyelashes and be like, oh, hello, can I have a free dinner?
That's what I do. I say, oh, prime rib? Is it prime rib? Is it prime rib night tonight?
Or she'll be like this. She'll be like batting her eyelashes going, hello, nice guy who's taking me to dinner at a steakhouse.
That is what I do. Maybe you're my best friend. I was like, I only need 3 drinks, 3 martinis, right? And a nice filet mignon. That doesn't sound like a big deal. It's
as I said, it was Christmas, and I was gonna do this kind of skit act anyways with Zoe, but she bats her eyes and she says, "Excuse me, sir. I need 3 martinis and a filet mignon, a prime rib, and I will." And
medium rare, cooked medium fucking rare.
And at the end, she says, and I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for 3 martinis and a filet mignon today. Doing her Wimpy impression. You know, you remember Wimpy, right? I'll gladly pay you on Tuesday for a hamburger today. Instead of...
No, wait. The best part is when I take a nap. Then I say, okay, you want to come back to my place or I'll go to yours? I'm like, oh, is your bed more comfortable than mine? And he'll say, why? And I'm like, oh, because I'm going to take a long nap. And then I get up from my nap and I go home.
Yes, you see, she was telling me that too, you know, it was pretty interesting, you know.
Yeah, but I just pretend like I'm real tired. I'm like, I'm digesting. Like, what do you want from me?
You do know.
I'm old.
You do know, usually when you're digesting food, they don't recommend you digest it after eating a big meal because you don't burn the calories off. You sleep, so those calories do. That's why they say, Don't eat pasta for dinner, eat pasta for breakfast. By the time dinner comes around, they burned off all that pasta calorie. That's what my husband used to say. He was a chef.
Yeah, but I want to drink Coca-Cola in bed. You can't do that if you follow that idea.
Yes, yeah, it's Christmas, so you can drink Coke. Well, you can drink at your age. You can do what you want when you want. If you want to drink Coca-Cola in bed every day, that's fine. I mean, I would. I mean, I usually,
Why not?
yeah. I mean, my motto is you only live once, anyways.
Yeah, I've got men over here. I'm like, yeah, it's cold outside. Somebody come over here and bring me a Coca-Cola in bed. And they're like, oh, I know that trick. They're like, I'm not coming over there. You're just going to try and take a nap on me. I'm like, yep, that's what I do. That's like, I never go out on the second date, Rita. Because by the date number 2, they're like, I got this lady's number.
I was gonna make a suggestion for a how do I say it? Because as you all know, like I said, Zoe was earlier. I was troubleshooting with her in Discord. Her Kindle reader, and she was so excited. She looked like a little kid in a candy store, and I was like, I said once you get an actual Kindle device, she'll be really going happy. She could read it in bed without needing to lug her computer or whatever. And they're on 50% off. I'm not sure. I'm not what it called, sponsored by Amazon, but they're 50% off, people, and I highly recommend if you don't have one. But Zoe keeps complaining today. It's Christmas anyway, so
I've
she
never
can't.
complained
Oh no,
about
no, 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 hold on. Being funny, she was talking about how fucking cold it is, right? And I'm saying, yes, yeah, that's not like a formal complaint, but I have a suggestion for it. I'm the techno giz nerd person. You see, all Zoe's got to do is purchase a thing on Amazon, whether it be queen or king size. I don't know what her bed is. It's not my business.
What's thing on Amazon?
And then she goes and buys it. When she gets it, she sets it up. If it's a queen or king size bed, all she's got to do is put queen or king in. I'm going to recommend it for you all. This is a good Christmas present if you haven't bought one yet. It's what they call the electric or heater blanket. Those things make you nice and toasty. So think about it. Nice little electric heater blanket, they call them. It'll be nice and warm, people.
I am warm.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to have a heater blanket where you just sit under the covers and the bed's already heated? Another trick, everyone, in the wintertime, as long as your power doesn't go out, is get some electric hot pads or pads for your back and lay it flat in your bed on the inside your sheets, and that will keep you extra warm too. Those hot pads.
So what are you making? Are you making a ham for? I say a ham. Ham first?
I'm making the ham first, and I'm making the prime rib the second. Yes, prime rib, and I don't want to upset Zoe. I was just saying, the whole everyone. So we don't misconstrue it tonight. The complaining about the weather. Yes, I was complaining too, just like her. But we all have a right to complain. It's freaking cold. Now, she already told me to fuck off when it came to 51 degrees. You'll get your weather in the next 2 days or so. It'll warm up.
It's fucking cold. Like, I'm literally in a condo. I'm not trying to complain, all right? Look, I'm not trying to complain.
It's fucking cold, and you're in a condo, and yes, I know. But you know what the worst problem is?
My back, this wall behind me is one fucking block from Lake Michigan, is all I have to say. And it is cold. You can feel it through the fucking walls. I don't care how many heaters you have.
That's because it's made of you're in a high rise, so it's made of concrete and steel. That's the real problem. You see, she has a right to statement, but I agree. I mean, think of it. My entire apartment is literally concrete and steel on the bottom part where and then whatever else for the walls. But the thing is it's concrete and steel. Because it's concrete and steel, and I'm in the basement, by the way, so it's a little colder. They say the root cellar is always good place to keep your vegetables.
Are you guys below ground?
Yeah. So basically, what happens is if you go out the door.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Give me 1 second. I'll send something on Discord real quick. This won't take but so Zoe can understand. This won't take but a second on Discord. I'll do it while I refill my coffee because Zoe knows I get the mama bear doesn't like going without coffee. Okay, I'm gonna send this to Zoe. 3 pictures on Discord. She can actually run both at the same time. Her computer can handle it, but we're not doing voice on Discord. So, okay, so just to show Zoe, I'll just send her 2 pics. Here we go. So basically, she asks, "Am I in the basement?" Well, the pictures are there. So I sent Zoe the pictures. And basically what we call the bunker, yes.
Is this on my phone? Is this going to be on my phone?
We were talking about packages the other day. That entire entryway where I took a picture for Zoe was pitch black out when the power went out. So that there, because this is where we are. I mean, we have less, I don't know what you call it, less. Anyways, so she says, "Oh, my below ground, pretty much."
Are you at the bottom of the stairs? Are you at the bottom level?
I'm at the bottom level of the stairs. Yes, exactly.
This level right here.
That is my neighbor's unit. She moved. She's using it for storage. She got a 3-bedroom upstairs.
I mean this level or up the stairs.
Yes, I'm on the second level. I'm down below the stairs. I'm in the corner.
You're here.
I'm
here.
No,
down
yeah.
Here. Look at the screen. You're down here.
Yes.
Oh.
So basically, yes, let me just show the gallery for you.
I can see now. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I can see the cement wall. There's like a cement wall thing.
Yes, and if you look at this, let me just show everyone. Zoe's probably seen this time and time again. It's like a little bragging thing. I'll put it on the computer screen in a second. Okay, so my unit. Whoops. There. There you go. You see, there's my door cam. With the power being off, the door cam power was off. So that's what you see from the basement. Basically, you got to cover the stairwell, but I get a good view of everything else. So so basically that's why we call this the bunker, because we're in the basement. So most of the people that live in the bunker type units here are freezing. The temperatures are like 30 to 40 degrees cooler or colder, as Zoe understands, because she's in a high rise. She's freezing her ass off. Whereas me, I was freezing my ass off. The difference between me and Zoe is that Zoe, as beautiful as she is, the good Lord, knock on wood, didn't allow her to lose her power. We lost our power twice, and we were both times freezing. So that's why, you preppers out there need to realize you better have a backup plan if your power goes out.
Yeah, you need a backup plan.
Because, it was 15 below out, and the thermometer in here was reading between 25 and 35 inside the bunker.
Wow. Yeah, you know what? You know how I know that's true? Because I remember when I was little, we used to go in the cellar in my house, and it was freezing down there, freezing in the ground. So I know how cold I know what you're talking about. But now, do you guys have what you got there? You got the radiated heat or electric heat? What is it? Oh, that's
baseboard.
Oh, baseboard. Oh.
And very expensive too. So we have pure electric. Most apartments are baseboard. They don't give you radiated heat. They give you baseboard.
That's because it's not supposed to get that cold there. That's why they do that.
Well, where my old place I used to live in Moses Lake, it was in the desert. They were too cheap and they get baseboard. And then Quincy was in the desert, Central Washington. They were also baseboard. So, but the difference between Quincy and Moses Lake compared to here,
Yeah.
There's only 4 units in the entire apartment complex that have ceiling fans, like right there. Otherwise, they say it doesn't get too hot for needing an air conditioner unit, so they've never put air conditioner units in units like this. However, I will tell you, the last time I was out in Cleveland, it was pretty piping hot in the summertime with thunderstorms and stuff. We spent like 3 months out there the last time, and one of the things is the house was completely clean. This was 2010.
Yeah.
And let me just tell you, the old man, Poppy used to complain because he would sit there and he'd be complaining about too heat. So one day he decided just to see how things were. And my husband was out and he came down, looked at me and he says, "No wonder why we don't see you." I said, "Why? You don't want to see me?" He said, "No. I'm roasting up there running the air conditioner, not even been able to basically maintain some sense of coolness. I come down here, I forgot that the entire basement's 40 degrees cooler." And I'm like, "Yeah, once you hit that garage door thingy next to the garage, it's basically like whoosh, you're sweating. But down here, you don't feel anything, you know?"
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can feel, you know what, where the worst, like where it's the coldest is the hallways. When you go out in the hallways to get on the elevator, they're not messing around. They don't keep those hallways at like 75 degrees. They keep them at like 50.
Well, at least you got the luxury of an elevator. Goes up, goes down, goes up, goes down.
Rita.
What?
I live in Chicago. You don't think I would have an elevator? Come on.
I was being a smartass. I said, at least you have the luxury of an elevator. You could have done the other thing and ran up and down the stairs to get your exercise. Up the stairs, down the stairs, up the stairs, down the stairs.
I'm not that desperate, honey. I am not that desperate to do exercise. I will wait until the weather clears and get a little chubby. I'd rather do that.
Do you have a weight room or a exercise room there where you live, or?
We have a both.
Yeah. And I assume, since she said she has both, there's a swimming pool too there in ground.
No.
Oh, so
in ground?
You know, enclosed in ground heated swimming pool, you know, where somewhere on your property on where you live, you can go swimming.
So stupid. You're so funny. In ground. What are you? It's a fucking concrete jungle. They're all in ground.
Okay. So let's just say, because I'm an idiot, you should already ended.
That's what you are. That's what you are.
Yeah, well, I'll admit I'm an idiot, but at least Zoe said that there's no swimming pool there. They have a exercise room and stuff, but no pool.
No, we have the best view in the house. We have the view of Navy Pier, like the clear view. On a clear day, you can see Navy Pier. It's awesome. I have the best view in town. Right here in the heart of Chicago, right?
Hey,
the lake, right there, blocked from the lake where it's freezing fucking cold.
Talking about Chicago for a minute, you know, and I know Zoe and Fanny sometimes gets headaches for the subjects being radios, people. But I was gonna bring up not radios in general, like scanners, but a conversation piece over Christmas with Zoe about Chicago. There's like 6 or 7 news agencies plus around the country did articles on your lovely windy city recently. By the way, it's funny. Zoe lives in the windy city, and Seattle's called the Evergreen City. Yes, all because Seattle has a lot of green pine trees. But anyways, the article stated that a lot of citizens around the Chicago area was very upset that your mayor, who remains nameless, basically there's a lot of vulgarity towards her. Let's just say.
Hey, wait a minute. No, all you have to do is say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Anyways, apparently she stopped making the scanner frequencies transparent, saying it's a security issue for the
Oh yeah,
the police scanner, saying
She's right. I mean, Chicago's dangerous. It is.
Yes, but most people in America say if you give them an inch, they'll take 20 miles. And eventually, I mean, look what they did. I mean, you do know in 1 week, Zoe and I think we talked about this with Fanny a while ago, where Zoe said, I think she said, don't quote me, something about she was going to lock herself up in her tower in her apartment complex due to the fact that the revolving door is about to be open with all the criminals, the rapists, the murderers, and everything. You remember we
Yeah,
told you about that.
nobody. That's true. That's exactly what happened. They let them all out. But here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing, though, Rita. I have to explain something. It's only for low bond, cash bond. It is not for murderers. It is not. People don't understand this. Those are not the people they're letting out. Those are not the criminals they're letting out.
Right.
Okay. They're letting out the low end criminals. But the problem is that generally once you commit one crime,
you commit a bunch of
exactly
others.
how this goes. Yeah. Once you commit one crime, then they just keep doing other stuff. That's what they do. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. The reason I was talking about they're saying fire and police safety, and they're also saying it's a privacy issue. The truth is under the 1934 Act. By the way, I actually looked this up. My
I'm
radio.
sure you did. I know I'm grabbing my granola. I have to. How many watchers do you have right now?
We had 5. We're down to 3. I think.
They don't like me. They don't want to watch me.
No, it's okay. They're fine. But the 1934 law states that we can monitor all police and fire and all channels to make sure the police, it's in the actual legal laws, to monitor how they're doing performance-wise on their job and how they're doing work-wise. So we as citizens can, but now they want to take away that right and say, no, we have to go encrypted. So everyone's throwing a fit in Chicago, I mean, you read about, this precinct's going to go fully encrypted on this date, or this one's going to do this. I mean, and a lot of people sit there and say, oh, well, it's the criminals. They all have scanners. Criminals don't, not all people are criminals with scanners. Some of them use it as a hobby, and others, it's not like I got my 1979 van and I've committed 500 crimes and I got the police scanner going, yes, eluding military police. I mean, I just heard Decker's on the scanner. Okay, we better move, but thing is, in my area, it doesn't buzz that much.
What did you call me last night? It was the funniest fucking thing. I was laughing my ass off. I was watching your program from last night and I was smoking a blunt and I was laughing so hard because you called me, I think you called me Face Woman from
I said Face Woman, yes, Face Woman. And Chloe is Clodoc.
I was rolling. I was like, she did not call me Face Woman. I'm like, this is the funniest thing ever.
Well, like I said this morning, me and her were talking, and this morning at Discord, and I said, you know what, it's Christmas, we wish each other a Merry Christmas, and I want a 1979 van with a stripe and a fin on the back,
That is what we were talking about. That's exactly. That was so funny. I was rolling. I was like, I know you are not talking about the A-Team on Christmas morning.
Yes, I was. I was actually watching it. I was watching. I was on the Discord with her so long that my Tubi kicked me out of the A-Team. So I watched like 2 more episodes before I actually fell asleep. And I thought that one episode was really interesting. The end of it was like, the last time Colonel Lynch was on the A-Team, and then they had Decker and Biggs, and it's like they always outsmart them, the disguise.
Who is the hot guy? Who's the one with the he had a lot of hair. He had dark hair.
Are you talking about Howling Mad Dog Murdoch?
No, Mad Dog Murdoch was the funny one. He wasn't the hot one.
Well, then the other hot one with the hair would be Face Man.
Face Man. That's why you called me Face Woman. You're like, she's Face Woman. That's what was so funny about it. I was laughing so
well, the reason I said it, because, we grew up in the 80s, people. And I was telling her today on the phone on Discord. I said, You know why she's like, why face something like she said earlier before a nap. She said something like, why face woman? Why face? Because you can bat your eyes, face woman, and get a free meal out of anyone. The scam that gives on giving. Oh, hi. I
No,
want
it's
my
the
filet
Rita.
mignon and 3
Rita.
martinis.
Rita, it's the dimples. Look at my face. You see these dimples? I'm like, oh, I'll just have a filet mignon. Nothing, just 3 cocktails. It's not a big deal. 3 cocktails and a filet mignon. And
I know,
I'll buy my own Coke. Hey, I'll buy my own Coca-Cola.
I'm and I forgot to mention with Face Woman, there's only one thing Face Woman is missing, with her 3 cocktails,
Right.
and her filet mignon when she bats her eyelashes. Working for me, Colonel R.L. Smith, is I got the van. She's got the Corvette. Remember,
Right.
Face Woman's got the Corvette. The
Hey, and I have the red
Corvette.
dress. I also have the red dress. Don't you know what I say to men? I'm like, don't make me pull out the red dress. They're like, don't put that dress on. I'm like, I'm gonna put that dress on, and you're gonna fucking take me out for steak. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
But the thing is, like I joked with her, I get the van, but she gets the Corvette because the face woman always drives a Corvette. Hey, did you notice in the first season that one reporter that conned her way in, she went overseas, and then the colonel said something like, I bet she's really happy she's overseas right now. And Face Man says, why? Well, how many cars has she gotten brand new that we wrecked, Face?
That we read.
Yeah, because and then the new one, the new lady, the new reporter. They let in season 3. There is no reporter because in in season 2, early season 3, they married the next reporter off in Brazil. So
What other women have gone on your Discord? I want to know.
Just Dinky mostly. Dinky has, Tara, the one that made your Christmas talking. She's went on Discord, with me a couple times, So for some of you wondering, I keep getting emails. I just want to share this with you. Some people are finally realizing, I'm not talking about Zoe, but some people realize on my other channel, my other YouTube channel, sorry, not YouTube China, YouTube channel, where people turn around and they have been talking about the comments. And the comments, Zoe's probably sitting there going, what is she talking about? Talking about the comments on my my video on how to cook a ham for dummies on my husband's channel. It's 6 minutes long, and I just want to see. So this Christmas we've gained.
Yeah, you better start that ham, Rita. You got to start your ham.
I will start it when roasting pans are done. I mean, literally, I can cook at 2 a.m. Remember, I mean, it's fine. So, for currently, I got a ton of new comments today on how to cook a ham for dummies. If you guys haven't noticed, I get a ton of comments and I have over 317,000 views so far on how to cook a ham for dummies.
Wow.
And our turkey one's picking up too, so So, and what about you, Missy? How come you haven't made your dinner yet?
Because I haven't figured out how to get groceries from the Jewel.
From the Jewel? Well, what does that mean?
The Jewel. That's the grocery stores. The Jewel.
Oh, the Jewel. So how to load groceries? I mean,
how to order them online. I'm like,
oh, well, you know what? You got me around. I'll guide you. I will guide you. I'll work with you.
That's our grocery store. That or Maggiano's. That's it. That's all we got. We don't have Meijer or Giant Eagle or all that other stuff you guys talk about. We have only City. It's called the Jewel Osco.
Okay, supermarket chain Jewel Osco. I'm looking at it. Okay, so it says, okay, so have you ever ordered from them? Because it says here, okay, you want delivery. It says enter your zip code. Okay, once you do that, it says shop for delivery or pickup. And then it'll ask you to sign up for a,
I already have a Jewel card. I go there all the time.
Oh my God. Do you see this? I got to do something. Hold on. Let me see here. I
don't multitask when I smoke, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, I wasn't talking about that. Apparently, I want to be a smartass and say, that the Jewel Osco. Oh, here we go. Let me just see
Jewel
if
Osco.
Yes. The Jewel Osco.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I'm doing an experiment, which will take maybe like 5 seconds now. And it'll tell me.
The Jewel is the grocery store. It's very confusing. Jewel is the grocery store. Osco is the drugstore.
Oh, well, let me just make a smartass now, my dear. I just got my answer to your store. You see, they do delivery. All you need is to download the app on your phone or set up your zip code.
Okay.
And then you can go and set up food delivery from the Jewel Osco. But let me just be correct. I just checked on it. Experiment for you all. Something Zoe doesn't know. Corporation that owns the Jewel Osco is Albertsons, also known as Safeway. Their websites are the same. So when I put in my zip code for Jewel Osco, it pulled up Safeway. So I thought you guys, if some of you out there didn't know, the Safeway Corporation owns the Jewel Osco. So that's how I knew that they're Safeway connected, because the website's the same.
Okay, the other one I go to, the only other one I go to that I like is the Whole Food. I like the Whole Food.
I like the Whole Food because Amazon owns it.
See, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, Amazon owns Whole Foods. Can
I just get stuff from Amazon and then they'll bring it from the Whole Food?
Yeah, usually they can. You go to Whole Foods, and Whole Foods Market. You go to Whole Foods Market, and you can place an order online from Whole Foods Market, and they'll deliver it directly to you. Or you can go to Amazon. I think there's somewhere there. You go to Amazon and you go to that, and then it says under the corner, and then up here it says, oh yeah, okay, programs and features. So when you go to the little box on the top part, everyone, you go down past all the departments, it'll say Whole Foods Market, Pharmacy, Clinic, Physical Stores, and others. So if you go to click on Whole Food Market, now it's linked into the Whole Foods Market section. So then you can shop whatever you need at the Whole Foods Market part. So
I'm going to get my cat going. My cat pillow.
So it says right here that you can scroll through the search on Amazon, everyone, and go to Whole Foods. So yes, you can order through Whole Foods.
Cool.
Through Amazon. They also, if you didn't know, my dear, has a pharmacy program.
Who? Amazon?
Amazon. You can, as long as you get the right connections, Amazon will ship you your meds to you.
I don't take meds.
Well, I'm saying if you did take meds and you needed a pharmacy, they have a pharmacy. So that's what I was saying.
I have to leave the house sometimes and walk, or I'm going to turn into that lady in Gilbert Grape. Remember, they couldn't get her off the second floor.
Is that the one that died of the heart attack of a fire or something?
She was fat. No, she fell through the. Don't you remember that? She fell through the floor.
Okay, because I remember the building burned down or something in that one. It was
maybe they couldn't get her out.
She burned up to death, but I thought Johnny Depp did a good.
That was a great movie. That was one of my favorite. I liked Leonardo DiCaprio in that. Remember that? He was young. That was probably one of his first. I loved him in that. It was one of his first roles.
My husband saw me and my husband saw that, with so many streaming services, I thought it was good. You know what else is good movie to watch is Mice and Men.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that in a while. I usually, you know what I usually watch? It's really weird. Like sometimes I rewatch your videos, but not often. Like I usually watch. Do you know what Dr. Katz is?
No, you mean that British guy?
No.
No, then I don't.
Dr. Katz is a cartoon about a man that's a psychotherapist, and all of his patients are comedians, like Kathy Griffin or like Janine Garofalo.
Oh, yeah, because that sounds pretty up your alley because
That's
you're
what
a
I watch. I
comedian.
watch therapy. I watch therapy for comedians. And, but no, listen, Rita. He has Ray Romano on, and Ray Romano is really, really funny.
No, I know Ray. He's a good comedian. He's really funny, you know.
So watch Dr. Katz. It's a cartoon. It's an adult cartoon, and Ray Romano goes in there, and he's always complaining about like sports related issues. Like he's always freaking out about sports. It's never about like his wife or anything like that. It's so funny.
Have you seen that one?
Okay,
I know.
hold on. My battery's running low. I have to go get my my
Your
plug.
right? I will go use the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
I'll run and get it.
All right.
And you
All
can
right.
plug it
5
in.
minutes.
Yes. I was going to tell you, everyone, once she grabs her plug, that one of the things I wanted to share with you all is there's this guy, right? And anyways, his name is Steve Trevino. Okay, Steve Trevino is a funny comedian, right? Very funny. Anyway, Steve Trevino is like, hold on. Oh, look, I'm getting a view of. Is that a mattress? It is a mattress, everyone. Today we are viewing a mattress. All right, so while we're waiting, I might as well. I got a couple things I need to quickly do. Let's close this. Hold on. Yeah. Well, anywho, I see I'm looking at a screen, and it looks like she put a little tobacco or something on her computer screen. I was going to clean my screen myself, but it could be my tobacco anyways while we're waiting. So you got anything? Oh, yeah. So. Ugh. Yeah, this is not bad coffee this morning. I'm drinking the 6th Avenue blend. It's the only thing they have, you know. This stuff pretty peeps out there. I'm drinking this. I got Mike's blend to send out until Tuesday. I already told him he's gonna get it. This stuff is not bad. You see this stuff here, peeps? Really good. So while we're waiting, I was hoping to make a joke with Zoe. since it's an honor to have Zoe tonight live here on the Crabbing McCoffee show. Yep. So a couple things I want to share with you this morning is while we're waiting for Zoe to return, I wanted to say that I have a joke for you all. So let's see which one's which. This one? Yeah, that's fine. All right, cool. As Zoe knows, I like my tobacco, so I'm getting that prepared. So, anyways, she said hopefully she's getting herself another Coke. It's Christmas after all. You gotta pamper yourself once in a while. That's what I did this morning. Anyways, I gotta check on the meats while we're waiting. Zoe was asking me the other day about something. She was like, "Oh, is the meat gonna be ready?" Well, I gotta make sure, first of all, the ham's defrosted. Once the ham's defrosted, alright, so once the ham's defrosted, I have to get, and I have a feeling the prime rib's gonna need to be cooked to room temperature. The reason I'm putting this somewhere is I want to make sure if the heater's on that my candy doesn't melt. So, yes, I got me. Apparently, Chloe doesn't like white chocolate, so it works. So, anyways, while we're waiting, I want to make sure the meats are fully frosted. And you guys are probably thinking, why am I making dinner this late? Well, it's my motto. Now that we're done, ready to roll, we just wait patiently. Yes. Anyways, so while we're waiting, I don't know what it is. I think her camera's inverted, maybe. I don't know. So while we're waiting, everyone, I want to say, Merry Christmas to you all. And the Rita show couldn't have done it without the lovely Zoe for motivations. Hey, what's up, Bub, huh? Maybe I can get Chloe to clean your cage daily, 5 minutes a day. We wouldn't have this problem, But once the tub gets cleaned, maybe we can find something, Oh, there's Zoe. You see?
Look! I have my relax blanket here. Nice.
He's like, no. He's so cute. I love that I like that nose of his. I mean, look at that. I was just, you do know bunnies breathe that way, that when you see their nose twitching, that means they're breathing. Yeah, that's how they breathe. Yeah. A lot of people, they think bunnies, some people don't understand bunnies, but I do, don't I? Yes, I do. He should be a lot happier now. I was just telling Bun that if his cage got clean every day, he would be a lot happier than waiting. I think that was like 3 months. Chloe was 2 or 3 months, which I want to make a joke since it's Christmas with Zoe, because Zoe was joking earlier, kind of lightly poking the bear, which the duck always has a right to, but Chloe's called the wolf. Well, let's just say for the duck and the bear to join forces to poke the wolf, the duck's right. I went in to check on her, and she's sawing logs again. She's like, I said, hey, what's up? I'm so exhausted. I don't have any
What
energy. Yeah,
the fuck?
you were right. She was sawing logs in
I
there.
know she what. She can't go back to bed. She's been sleeping all day.
I'm wondering, that people call me the patron saint of mental illness. So my question, Zoe, is, okay. So Higgins says, Merry Christmas. Freaky cold here. Lucky me. Well, you're not the one being lucky, smart ass Higgins, because Zoe is also freezing her cute little rumpy off too. I'm freezing my rumpy off to a point. Well, actually, to be technical, just to be funny in the beginning, first minute me and Zoe were talking on StreamYard. She told me to fuck off when I showed her my 52 degrees. But it's the wind chill that really gets you. But here,
Not fair. It's not fair. It's cold as fuck here. It really.
Well, if you want, I do have sympathy for you for the weather, but I will tell you, living in a basement unit, it's not 52 here. It's probably like 25 to 30 in this place without the heater on. I mean, literally, there's patches of areas where where it's just pure nothing but cold air.
Wow.
But anyways, the thing about poking the wolf. The duck was right. She was sleeping. And I was going to say, because, everyone thinks of me as a patron saint of mental illness, I was going to ask Zoe, sweet girl, that she's very sweet, by the way, her professional opinion, just, we all have some mental deficiencies. Well, Zoe told me the other day that she thinks the doctor's diagnosis of me is completely wrong. But what do you think's really going on with it? Could it be for Chloe? Could it be depression? I mean, I just thought maybe it's maybe depression or something.
Who knows? I mean, I don't really know her condition. I don't really know.
Well, no, what I mean is, I'm not saying diagnosing, but the whole sleeping thing. I mean, basically, no energy. Wouldn't that be considered like maybe I know what borderlines is. Maybe bipolar or depression.
Yeah, but if you think about it, she actually exercises a lot.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about it. It means nothing. I mean, she exercises. It's not a big deal. It's not unhealthy.
She exercises. Yes, she exercises all the time. Yes, I agree. But when she's at home, she's either gaming or time to poke the wolf again. Oh, I don't have any energy. I'm gonna go and.
It's true though. She walks all over the island. She does walk all the time.
Well, yeah. I'm not complaining about her at all. I'm just saying I was trying to be funny and poke her by saying if she's not going out to the store, then she's at home. She says she has no energy. Well, how do you have no energy using your computer in your hands playing a computer game?
I have no energy right now, and I haven't done shit all day. I can tell you that right now.
Well, I already said, as my professional opinion, face woman, that you are suffering from a mild case of depression because of it's called winter depression blues. Once that weather storm passes, you can go start drinking your coffees out and batting your eyelashes and having your filet mignon and your 3 drinks and
It's called seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, exactly.
You know what it's called because I have it. Believe me, I know. I get really, and then my friends are like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm like, "I can't. I hate this. I can't. I can't get out of bed." They're like, "Why can't you get out of bed?" I'm like, "I just can't. I can't."
Yeah, well, with like I said, the joke with Chloe was she turned around, and I'm poking fun at her for a second. She's like, she calls me you people, not you. She's like, you people, I don't know. It's like she thinks I have like 500 personalities. She's like, you people just jump out of bed and you have energy after your 4 cups of coffee. You get 4 hours of sleep and you're jumping out of bed, But
yeah, but maybe she's talking about you and me. She's talking about us old people.
Maybe. I mean, maybe I can outdo the icky shuffle. Woo! Gonna give me some cold cuts. Gonna get me some cold cuts doing the shuffle and doing the shuffle board while she's like, I mean,
what?
Yeah. You remember the commercial? The commercial for like Geico saves you money, and remember the black guys in the deli gonna get some cold cuts. Woo! The icky. the football player Icky, the Icky Shuffle, going to get some cold cuts. Well, you and I could probably do the Icky
remember this
Shuffle.
shit. I do not. Scout's Honor. I have to say it this way because this is the only way that you listen. Scout's Honor. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
All right. Let me put it to you this way. You and I could outdance Chloe while Chloe's sleeping because, you know, at 80 years old, we'd probably both be outdancing her. But
I know but she's like, I just still can't believe she sleeps on the floor. That's my favorite part. That's my absolutely favorite part.
Well, I did show you a picture a while ago, by the way, everyone, when I was talking. And you know, Zoe and I do want to say, if, you know, from the bottom of our heart tonight, we all wish we wish every one of you a Merry Christmas. But there is one message I would like to get out with Zoe's help tonight is, Tony, if you're watching this, please contact us. Me and Zoe have been talking privately. We're really concerned for your health. We want to know you're okay and you didn't basically take the plunge and end up in Davy Jones' locker. I mean, we are literally worried about you, man. We both said that today. I mean, we know you've had hard times, but, you know, hopefully you're okay and, you know, we can
end up where?
Davy Jones' locker means committing suicide, you know, or whatever. I hope he didn't. You remember he was talking about saying that he only had 2 years left because of bad health. So hopefully nothing happened to him, you know. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying we're both concerned. We haven't heard from him, 2 months? Mm-hmm. So I'm asking, I'm asking, if you're listening to this, Tony, we're worried about you, man.
That's true, Tony. Tony, that's fucked up. First of all, that's fucked up. You're allowed to drink, but what you're not allowed to do is tell people you're falling off the wagon and you're going to do yourself in and you've lost everything. And then without saying that you're going to be lost in a boating accident, just falling off a cliff.
Yeah, and even Chloe's been kind of concerned. You know, you're a great guy.
That's what I'm saying. It sounds like something happened, and how the hell would we know?
Well, yeah, they're in England or something. Right? You know?
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Nobody knows how to contact Tony. That's a problem.
Well, he said he didn't know much to do with the internet, anyways. You know, so
still, I can contact you on Discord. It doesn't matter. There's other stuff you can do.
And I do want to say, for the record, that Zoe did tell me, and I did relay the message to Dinky, because a lot of you have been curious about Christmas edition, and a lot of you out there, my subscribers who do email me, you send me great emails. Merry Christmas to all of you. One particular person said, has Dinky been informed of Zoe's reaction? And I said, yes. I told Dinky I was going to do this video with Zoe. And Zoe already told me from the bottom of her heart that those stockings were so amazing and beautiful. She's just so pleased with those.
Yeah, they were amazing.
And the design, I think, is from the 1940s or 50s.
Mm-hmm. They were awesome. The craftsmanship's amazing.
And yet, next month, I will be finishing up my money orders for Dinky. She can get mine. Apparently, one of my stockings I know is designed by Zoe. Zoe has the design specs. Apparently,
designed by you?
Yes, you chose the design. Dinky's working on it. The design for me is Uncle Scrooge opening his hat out and money coming out of it. She kept telling me I'm Uncle Scrooge, so that's what you got. That's what you chose. I said Zoe likes the one where the top hat's coming out and all the money's coming out of Uncle Scrooge's Scrooge McDuck's head.
I remember you. You are kind of. I mean, but you're not Scroogey. You're not really Scrooge.
Yeah, but I like Scrooge McDuck. The other one I was talking about with her was Donald Duck when he have you seen that Christmas thing where they do that? It's like twice upon a Christmas, and they have like a narrator read everything, and you have like the story of Scrooge and Donald, and then Donald has his house, and the kids are sitting there thinking about going with to the mall to see like this electronic thing, and Donald's telling Daisy, "I'm not going, quack quack," and Ollie's sitting there, and she calls him selfish because he's sitting in his chair going, hot chocolate, and then all this stuff happens in 8 minutes, and he realizes he was a jerk because all he wanted to do was find a quiet place to have his hot chocolate, and he didn't want to be around people because everything he did at the mall. Dogs were barking, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and the coffee machine was doing, "We wish you a Merry Christmas." He lost his mind, so he destroys the Mousy show, and then he realizes what he did's wrong. But all he wanted to do was have his hot chocolate and quiet and peace and quiet, and I like. And my sister Dinky, she's my cousin-in-law. She says, "Hey sis, sometimes when Chloe pushes your buttons, like really pushes your button, not only are you a polar bear, but you are like your temper's like Donald Duck, So I was like throwing Donald Duck on on the other stocking or something, So she was working on it. So
if and when I come to the island this spring, we have to go to the grocery stores and get all the good food and go cook out.
I was telling Zoe about the farmer's market always on Saturdays, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I can make
that's my jam. That's especially if they have like cheese and meats and stuff. Oh
they have fresh meats. They have certain cheeses. They have like a Chevré cheese, a CHEVRE cheese. It's like a French cheese that you basically spread on crackers with salami, And we have places.
Have you ever had Gruyere?
Oh yes, I have.
Mm-hmm.
Have you? There's this one cheese that everyone hates. There's three actually cheeses that people hate. But actually, if you can get past the smell, it's the most tastiest cheese in the world. One is, Zoe probably had a grandfather or a great grandfather that ate it, but it was Limburger. The second one's Liederkranz, which is no longer available. There was a fire, and the most stinkiest in the world at the time was Liederkranz, and the cultures and everything else for that particular cheese burned up. And then the other one that's really sweet and tasty, if you can get it, is Yak's cheese, made with yak's milk. Otherwise, and by the way, yak's meat is really very, very tasty too. A lot of people say, "Oh, well, yaks look like they're smelly animals," but they make the best cheeses in the world.
What are they?
Yaks. Yaks, YAX. Yaks.
I know what a yak is. I would not be eating yak cheese.
It's actually very delicate and very tasty. You do know some people, and Zoe's always fascinated with my thing of history, is some people use milk from reindeers and they make reindeer cheese.
There's something else I won't be having.
What? Reindeer? What's wrong with? Oh, yeah, because she likes to make sure because it's wild game.
It's not kosher, Rita.
Well, I forgot. You have to have it kosher, huh?
I'm totally fucking with you.
I was going to say I'm an ordained minister. I can be like, "Bless this caribou that Zoe's gonna eat. Amen." And the proper laws of Moses, this has been blessed, and now she can eat it.
You're not Jewish. You are so full of shit.
Actually, I'm ordained with the 3 churches. Let me just tell you, Universal Life Church out of Seattle.
Yeah, which church? The Church of the Latter-day Saints. There's one.
No, the Universal Life Church out of Seattle, the monastery. The Universal Life Church Modesto. The Unitarian Universal out of Atlanta, Georgia. Which means,
is that last one a Yoo-hoo church?
Basically, what it means is I can read any and all scriptures, Jewish scriptures, Hindu scriptures, Muslim scriptures, Christian scriptures, and because I'm properly educated in all the scriptures from all faiths, I can do all burials, weddings, and funerals too. Funerals, burials, and baptisms. So to me, when you say, "Oh, Yeah, I know I knew you're fucking with me, but the thing is when it comes to the Jewish thing,
Yeah.
I'm ordained. I basically know exactly how to bless whatever it is you're gonna eat, and be like, amen. And,
I'd probably, the secret is I'd probably eat it anyways.
well, my thing is you got to try it at least once. There's only certain things I won't touch. Just
What am
like
I?
you.
What am I trying once?
No, I'm talking about, like me and you were talking about, I always try things once. Some people say, oh, I won't touch yak's cheese or caribou meat or, caribou reindeer meat or this or that. But you got to try it at least once before you say you don't like it. Now, certain things, I was talking to Zoe the other day, people, and she's like, I think this was her. She's like, I don't like green beans. Well, you don't have to like green beans. Some people like to put Chloe made green bean casserole.
Why do you make her sound like a troll? Like she lives in a cave.
You're not a troll, nor is Chloe. Chloe
No,
could
you
be.
make Chloe sound like what's his name? Gollum.
No.
Yes,
No. What I mean is
yes, you do.
well, we do know Chloe does sometimes troll.
I know she trolls. She is the troll.
Yeah, well, we
The
know
joke's on us because she is the troll.
Well, I know.
I'm serious. She doesn't. She knows how to play all kinds of games.
Yeah.
We're just too old. I'm just too old for her games. That's the problem.
I don't. I know. I mean, to be funny, everyone. Someone. I was Zoe. Zoe and I were talking about that. That rude email the other day.
Oh yeah, that rude. And what did you find out? Who the hell sent that?
No, basically we couldn't find anything. They didn't leave us much breadcrumbs, because they used the VPN, a virtual private network, which was the IP can be anything. But the funny thing is whoever left it likes Ronald Reagan, because the email was like Reagan's truth or something. But they were like, literally that they were basically coming out saying, that. People like me is wrong about Chloe, and
well, but, yeah, I mean, I think that she's got a hard diagnosis. I don't think a lot of people understand that condition.
Oh yeah, exactly. And and one of my channel's things besides prepping is diversity. For diversifying for people with mental illness. So if they want to tune in and listen to me talk about borderlines, I mean, if it wasn't for me calling Chloe Clodoc, like Howling Mad Murdoch, she could pull off being face woman because of all the Zoe was joking about the scamming, like, oh, you want like, we were talking today, you want shrimp? Okay, I'll go get you shrimp. Comes back in 2 boxes, and I'm like, why is my bill $20-some? Oh, and she's just shoveling in food, and it's like, oh, okay, I bought you lunch. All right, cool. That's great. It's almost the holidays. Merry Christmas. Yeah, cool. Yeah, but it's always like, you don't want to trust anyone with your debit card.
Right. I just told some friend of mine that I'm in bed, and he's like, it doesn't look like you're in bed. Mm-hmm. I was like, I guess he thinks I might be ready to put that red dress on and go out. Mm-hmm. He's afraid. He goes, most people don't wear lipstick in bed. And I'm like, really? I was like, I'm on live.
Yeah.
Of course I have on lipstick, you idiot.
Yeah. Exactly.
He's like that. He said literally, he just said that's why you had that lip stuff on. I was like, yeah, that lip stuff. It's called lipstick.
Yeah, lipstick. I saw an episode where
so stupid.
Mad Dog.
What do you think I'm doing? What does he think I'm doing? It's like 10 below. I'm in bed.
Well, you're in bed because it's 1 below with the wind chill and it's cold, and you have right to be warm.
And who cares if I have lipstick on?
Some people can be completely a jerk, I mean, literally, some people can be a jerk, And,
I know. I mean, it's not his business.
I know, it isn't. Yeah, it's none of anyone's business.
I know. I'm like, all right, I have lipstick on. What are you going to do about it? I mean, it takes 2 seconds to put on lipstick.
Oh, yeah, exactly, But you know what's fun about lipstick? I'll tell you what's fun about lipstick because sometimes when I go out of town, or I go to town, I wear lipstick, and one of the things I find very fun about lipstick is the fact that there's so many colors. You can have an orange,
Oh
you
yeah.
can have a dark black color, you can have a red color. Hope you always thought dark red looked really good on me.
Well, you look good in red too. You and I both look good in red. I look good in red.
Mm-hmm.
I've always looked good in red lipstick, and you know why? It's because our skin is light. Pale skin looks really good in red lipstick.
Well, pale skin looks good in red, anyways. I have several red dresses myself, and that I've, yeah, that I've worn. Yeah, like I got this pinstripe dress. I have a flower dress. It's got a little tear in it, but I'll still wear it because that's a memory of uh my Rottweiler Admiral who put it in there, And I was telling Chloe the other day that, nowadays you don't go to the malls, And when I was in Australia, I told Zoe I lived in Australia, you don't see the pet stores in the window with the little puppies now. They don't have them anymore. In the 80s, you can go to any mall in America and they always have these like little puppy shops,
I think that's because of cruelty to animals.
I always thought that, and there is a shop, there is a couple shops in Washington.
Mm-hmm.
I did find a couple places that sells pets, but they they're actually certified by the state, and I thought, maybe eventually, I will go and get a companion, maybe for Moppy,
Oh, for Moppy.
Yes, because Dinky was telling me the other day Moppy could use,
Yeah, but do you really want another yippy dog? Because Moppy doesn't yip.
No, but what's upsetting me the most is, as I told you, is, and you've seen this, Moppy's not even aggressive either. He's not aggressive at all.
Right.
And you remember I told you not EMS, the hospital told Chloe to leave because he's aggressive. He's never been aggressive.
What are they talking about?
The Moppy, the hospital refused Moppy entrance to my room because I shared a room with someone else. And two is they said he was aggressive in the past.
To who?
To me and to Chloe.
No, aggressive to who?
To the nursing staff, apparently.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why they refused Chloe entrance the other night at the hospital,
Well, they can tell. They can see Chloe coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like you could tell, you could see just by looking at her.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, the other day Chloe sat there and she came in and she looked at me and she says, "Hey," I go. She's like, "Don't." I go. Turn the scanner up and they were talking about someone like in Chloe's description screaming, yelling at Kings.
Turns out, that's right. You thought it was her. I thought.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it was.
You're like Chloe's down there bitching somebody out.
And then it turns out there's someone else, some woman who was basically completely intoxicated. They apparently arrested her. And I was like, oh, well, it wasn't Chloe. Otherwise, Chloe would be on the scanner, But, Chloe would. I mean, she's literally had a no trespass order at King's. And because King's owns the marketplace, King's owns King's Marina, King's also owns the T-shirt shop, and then King's owns the brewery. The guy owns 5 businesses on this island. They gave her a no trespass order for 5 businesses for a year. So she had to go to Orcas Island for groceries or Walmart or Safeway in Anacortes.
That's because she likes to misbehave.
Well, she was wearing something too short, too, at the time. That was 2 years ago.
How short? How short?
So Higgins says, Moppy aggressively did the happy dance in front of the hospital staff because he smelled a treat on one of them. Ha ha, very funny. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He does that. You've seen his dance, right? Where he's like this for a treat. I mean, when we first saw him as a puppy, when he was like, I don't know, how old are you? He was maybe 2 or 3 weeks old. He was like running around Quincy. And this guy's listening to Walkman, and people are coming out of Tacos Jalisco with ice cream. And he's like, and finally, Eric, my husband said, I don't think this dog has a home. Went home, cleaned him up, took him to the vet, and the vet said, you're going to have to do some extra pampering for him. And, we raised him and then sent him off to place in California where he was certified by monks to be trained as a service dog. So, but when we saw him, when the first time we saw him, he was doing this like, I'm hungry. And then afterwards, we went up to the vet and they checked him for microchipping. And then afterwards, we went to the store. I went in and got dog food, and and then at the end, he got him certified, but the manager wanted to evict my husband because he wasn't supposed to take a stray in by law. So he fought it there's a higher up in the state of Washington, and they said he's a certified service dog. You can't evict someone with a service dog. So, eventually we moved across the street in Quincy to another place, and we didn't have any trouble,
Wow.
But the manager couldn't touch my husband, so they went after me, claiming I was a racist. I'm like, I'm not. I don't have racist bone in my body, So eventually, my husband moved me into his place while my apartment was being put together. And then when my apartment came in, my husband left me to his place to clean, and he moved everything from my apartment to the new place going across the street. And then when the manager. Then we took pictures, and of the unit, and then the manager tried to tell the owner of the building at the time that I did a lot of damage. There was no damage. When we left, we said the day we gave the keys to manager, we took all the pictures and video footage. They found out the manager basically destroyed the place, trying to charge me like thousands of dollars in damages. I'm like, I'm not paying it. So
if you were to live at a different place on the island, where would you go?
I'd probably stay here because I find it to be really, this is one of the only buildings on the island that's fully subsidized. Everything else, it's like partial subsidized, which means only certain units are subsidized, the rest are full price. And, I find it here to be very good,
That's good.
Yeah, I love the living on the island, and
I know you love living on the island.
I'm hoping in springtime or spring and summer, I'm hoping to get out more and go to the beach, and do some photography, again.
Yeah, how often do you go to the beach? I want to go to the beach.
Well, when summer came, usually before the pandemic, we went every day. We'd get up right at the crack of dawn, and we'd go to the beach, and we'd just sit there on beach towels, and we'd spend all day tanning. And then, I'd have like bullfrog, and suntan lotion, and I'd just sit there and tan all day while having my 3G, 4G phone at the time. And I'd text, Dinky, and I'd be like, I'm at the beach. She's like, oh, lucky you. I'm at work. I'm at the beach. And it's a private, it's a public beach, but no one uses it.
I love a beach. I go out there every day. I'd be out there on my Lenovo going do typing my screenplay. I'd be like, or my book. The next book though, my editor already told me. My editor was already coming up with ideas for my next book, and I said no. I said, you know what I'm going to do before I go start on my next book? I said I'm going to go on vacation, and then I'm going to get Rita to write a book with me. I told her. I said I'm gonna
talking about
I told her. I was like, no, this is the only book you're getting out of me because I am going on fucking vacation, baby. I am going.
I made a joke with Zoe today. Zoe said to me, this Reagan said, I don't tell the truth, and I do tell the truth. Zoe and I were talking earlier, and I made a smart ass comment for her, and she says, I might have to use that. And the term I said was, I have all these stories of my life experiences. Zoe keeps saying, oh, you need to write it down in a book. Maybe I will, but
you better.
Then I said to Zoe, I made a joke and she laughed her ass off. I said, yeah, but all these stories I've told you. You could just sit there and I'm going to steal that story from you. Go ahead, steal it. I don't mind.
No, but the one that was the funniest There were so many funny ones, but my favorite one is the one where you said. Now, see, I don't remember things like you do, but this was hilarious to me. I was listening and I was totally high, and you were mad because Chloe stole your idea. Something about a dog walking backwards.
Oh, yes. So
I was laughing my ass off.
So I was telling Zoe and the rest of the other day that Zoe's ex-roommate, we understand why, not Zoe, Chloe's ex-roommate put her on a bus and sent her homeless for 3 months. And I was telling Zoe today that from what Chloe told me, she had to sell her body for food. And she was living as, showering in the ocean in San Diego, and that she finally got enough money to go home to Ohio. And I was telling her that she's been angry with her roommates, and her roommate lost all this weight. Chloe used to call her fat ass. Lost all the weight, and her, her skin was sagging and stuff, so she had a breast lift and augmentation. And so I was scrolling one day when the power came back on, and I was telling you guys this and Zoe the story. That Chloe said, well, who's the lady in the mask? So screen to the next page. And I did it. She's like, oh my God, it's my ex-roommate. If my ex-roommate was a dog, I'd shave its ass and teach it to walk backwards. And I said, now, Chloe, that's my term I used to use. And she's like, but it's true. And I'm just like, let it go,
So funny. I mean, you say all kinds of shit that's funny though.
Well, what about
oh, you're gonna steal my ideas?
Well,
what did you call me?
I don't remember what I called you.
Oh yeah, you called me a name. You said I was gonna steal your ideas, and then you called me oh my God, it was the funniest name ever. You said I was something about a writer, like I was a idea thief or
a story thief. I said, yeah, she'll be the story thief. But if you ever, when Magic Mike's around, did you ever pick up Mike and I when we're shooting the shit about Uncle Donnie? Like one time, he was driving me to a doctor's appointment like 3 hours away. And, while he's driving, he's got one eye, right? He's got one eye. His other eye is detached from the retina. So,
who has one eye?
Uncle Donnie. So he had one eye that's detached. And once he told me he sees black and white in one eye and color in the other eye. And he's driving down the road, and he was hitting mailboxes and outhouses, while in his little pickup truck. He had this little Chevy S10. And me and Mike were talking about that because I told him, I said, he was driving like that, like a maniac. And, we ended up near Hanford. If you don't know what Hanford is, that's where one of the places in the United States that all the nuclear waste is sent to and stored underground in underground storage facilities right next to the river. So the river's contaminated because Hanford's one of the places where they refined the nuclear plutonium to make the Manhattan Project. Now, I don't know if I think Zoe knows about a little bit about the Manhattan Project.
Yeah, I do.
And so, apparently one of Truman's childhood friends, when Harry Truman was a senator, got the information of the Manhattan Project. And, at the time, General Marshall told him that those documents weren't going to leave General Marshall's office because, he could not talk about it. So when FDR died, Marshall came in and said a baby is now born, talking about when they're visiting the Russian embassy, and said a baby's born. So they went out to talk outside about the atomic bomb that was just created, and he literally ordered 2 bombs to be dropped in Japan. Now,
the Enola Gay.
And then no one knows this, but you do know one of the nuclear bombs could have been a dud because in the first bomb, they put 97 detonators in it, and 1 detonator failed. It would have been a dud, but the second one only had 1 detonator, and the 97 went off first, and then the second time, 3 days later, they dropped the second one,
right?
And it had 1 detonator, and then
Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
And if you ever been to Hiroshima, as they call it, Hiroshima or Nagasaki, the Japanese still hate the Americans in those cities. So if you go there, you're kind of pushing your luck to a point. They don't mind your money as a tourist, but they're still pissed off about the A-bomb, And the only reason
the Japanese will never like the Americans. They don't trust us. They never have.
Well, I've been to Japan, so I've been to Okinawa too. My aunt was Japanese, but I will tell you what the history books don't tell you is the reason Nagasaki and Hiroshima was completely wiped out from the atomic bombs was their buildings were made of paper and wood, so it burned fast and annihilated the entire city. Whereas, nowadays most of the cities, as Zoe made a joke earlier, Chicago is concrete jungle, and so if you drop one in Chicago, it's isolated to one area and it won't do as much damage because the buildings are made of concrete and steel. So, it only has a certain blast area of like 10 square miles there, 10 circumference miles. And then the radiation goes out for about 40 more miles and then it slowly dissipates. So, and that is why I keep telling everyone, if you have the money, people, always keep some potassium iodine tablets on hand just in case of that particular. They last about 10 years before you have to replace it. And as long as you take one pill a day, if something does happen, God forbid, and Zoe knows this because, Zoe and I were talking a couple months ago about Russia rattling its saber. And I said, I saw rumors and intel from my friends in the intel community that one of the major cities would if Russia wanted to target would have been, and North Korea would be Chicago, Seattle, Portland,
Right.
the naval ports. I mean, Washington's got some big Navy ports, so you know.
Yeah, they would definitely. I mean, I remember I was here for 9/11, and I was actually working as a private investigator at the time, and uh, that very day, I will never forget this. I was late for work. I was running late for work, and I got downtown, and I didn't even know what the hell was going on. And we didn't have YouTube or anything like that then. We only had text messages.
I was watching my portable TV, and on 9/11, it was like 6 in the morning, 6:30. I heard it on the radio, so I turned it in and I was watching everything. And I called my mom. She was a waitress. And I said, Mom, just be careful. If you have to, get out. And she says, why? I said, the Twin Towers have been attacked. She said, no way. I said, yeah, they're on fire. I said, the one building's collapsing, the other one's going to collapse. You got to get out.
Well, get this though. I was on my way to Chicago to work, right? I go to get off the L, which is the elevated train here, downtown.
The L train, yes.
And in the Loop, I was working as a PI in the Loop. And I go to get off the train, and all of a sudden, and I'm not shitting you, we were surrounded by what looked like, I don't know what they were. They looked like military people, and they all had dogs.
Well, I remember.
And they said, this is what they said. They said, get on the train, get back on the train, turn your phones off, because they were, I don't know if you remember this, but they thought everyone was going to like jam the signal. They said, turn your phones off and go home. And we had no idea. And remember, we didn't have internet. Remember this? We didn't know what the fuck was going on. So people were on the phone, like dialing their friends going, what's happening? What's happening? And people were like, they're hitting this tower. They're hitting this. They might hit Chicago next. I was like, oh my God.
I remember going to this. My sister at the time took my mom to dinner 4 days later, and we walked outside. We walked outside and out of about 4 miles from home. And me and my mom's walking along, and we're in a parking lot, and at the far end, there's a Safeway, and at the far end, there was a fabric store, and then there's this great, great Mexican restaurant that my mom wanted to have Mexican. And me and my sister split the bill for my mom's birthday dinner. And I looked at my sister, and I said, oh, my God, do you see this? My sister said, no. Military attack helicopters flying low, basically, in Bothell, Washington, with their spotlights on, scanning the parking lots.
It was no joke. It was no joke. They were like, get on the train. They didn't even wait to answer questions. They're like, get back on the train and go home. And then people were like, but I have to. They're like, no. The whole area is shut down.
And then I remember, turning on the news with Mom, and they're like, like airports are closed. The National Guard's there. They brought in Special Forces, National Guard, Army Rangers, Airborne Rangers, Green Berets, etc. and they were fully automatic weapons at the airport. I mean, they had the entire airport.
Oh yeah, I told you it was a military takeover. I was downtown. I've never seen military people. I was like, who the fuck are they? It was like, okay. I was like, I mean, they had dogs. I was like, okie dokie.
Yeah, and 9/11 was really really scary time,
so scary.
And then you have, so it was scary because you had
so scary.
Yeah, and you're just sitting there and you're thinking, at the time, and then later in the news is, I had internet at the time. I had like crappy internet at the time, but I was like,
no, you at home? You must have been at home.
I was watching TV at home, okay. I got up at like 5:30, or something. Then the radio, my radio guy, one of my favorite radio personalities, actually retired here on the island, but he was like, oh my God, if you have a TV, turn into King 5 News, our affiliate, they're going to tell you the Twin Towers are hit. So I turned it on and I was watching it all day. My mom came home and I said, can you bring me a newspaper tomorrow? And she said, yeah. I said, and we watched it, and she's like, was shocked. She's like, yeah. I said, Twin Towers.
It was crazy. It was fucking crazy.
My sister turned around and told me that her neighbor, Doyle, great guy, by the way. Doyle is his wife's from Hungary. He knocked on her door and said, Caprice, you need to turn your TV on. The Twin Towers are hit. She turned it on. And I was like, yeah, I had mine glued all day, and, I was kind of I was crying because I was like, well, America was hit. They tried attacking 10 years and failed. But this time, the entire towers, so when you, like the other day, I was watching, the A-Team, and Chloe said, what's that? I said, Twin Towers. And they showed the Twin Towers. And I was like, you ain't going to see that ever again. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was scary, It
was fucking scary. But you know what? Like, remember January the 6th? They thought, here's what's funny about that shit. They thought that they were going to, like, be able to prosecute Trump for that shit. This dude has not been prosecuted. Have you noticed that? What year is it now? It's almost 2023, right? They've been in office how long? They will never prosecute him. He will never be. I guarantee it. I guarantee you. There's no way he's going to be prosecuted. He's getting away with the whole thing. You just wait. He's going to get away with the whole thing. The whole thing.
I think that
he will.
I think that Jack Smith, who's investigating him, will prosecute him for something, but it might just be like fines. It might just be big fines, or whatever.
It'll be nothing. It'll be nothing that stops him from running. It's nothing. They can't get it. They've got him on, because if you think about it, the most they can get him on, I think, is what is it, sedition
and conspiracy?
Right? There's no way. They have no evidence. They have nothing. There's no way. And everyone's waiting for them, for the whole, like, the DOJ and, like, the whole, it's bullshit. He's never going to be prosecuted.
I have a feeling that it's a shit show. I feel this is a shit show and
you're never going to prosecute.
Well, let me put it this way. I feel if they were going to prosecute him, hypothetically, of course, and from my own professional opinion, that it's going to be a giant kangaroo court.
There's no way. They would have, if they had something on him, Rita, he would have already been prosecuted. There's no way. They have nothing. I know they have nothing because the hearings are done, right? The hearings are over.
They released all the evidence.
They got nothing.
They released all the evidence already in the hearings, but some of these people went to jail and got like 5 to 7 years or something.
It doesn't matter. None of those people matter. They're never going to get him. It doesn't matter. He's going to run again. It's over.
But he ain't gonna. No one knows if he's gonna win or not. That's the thing. A lot of people say DeSantis is gonna run, and apparently the Republicans.
Yeah, DeSantis is gonna run. I hear. Well,
we'll see what happens in 2024. But I did tell you, and I told everyone,
I'm ready to move to Italy or Egypt or someplace.
Italy or Egypt, that would be nice. I'll go with you. France is nice too, by the way. England's nice. France is nice. Well, I think England's is Italy. I heard my father-in-law say the other day that Italy voted for a fascist female prime minister recently. I don't know if that's true. I haven't looked into it. I just don't really care about Italy politics. But they're saying, oh, it's fascist, and who knows? But Australia's nice, New Zealand's nice, Canada's nice. I hear Iceland's nice. It's like green. It's green all the way around in there too. So not like Greenland, which is ice, mostly ice. But
I
you
have
know,
friends in Italy.
mm,
That's nice. I would like to go to Italy.
Italy's really nice because there's an American that moved over there. She was an author. Have you ever seen the movie One Under the Tuscan Sun? That was a really good movie.
Oh yeah.
She's still living there with in Italy. She bought a house over there and retired over there. She has her own like winery, and she makes what do you call it? Virgin olive oil over there.
How about that?
Mm-hmm. And I think the person that pulled off really doing the author was really good too. Diane Lane, she's a really good actress.
Yeah, Diane, let me tell you something about Diane Lane, okay? Diane Lane is the wet dream obsession of an ex-boyfriend of mine. He was obsessed with Diane Lane.
I think one of her best roles ever was with Tommy Lee Jones and Robert Duvall in the movie, and it's based on a book called The Lonesome Dove. I think that was really good. Have you seen The Lonesome Dove?
I have. What about Somewhere in Time?
That's good too. She did she did Under the Tuscan Sun, which was good too. She also, I think, was married to Ben Affleck. I think it was at one time. Yeah, I think it was Ben Affleck or Matt Damon. One of
Diane Lane?
Yes.
She's a lot older than Ben Affleck, isn't she? How old is Ben Affleck?
Diane Lane was born in 1965.
Okay.
She was married to Christopher Lambert and correct me. She was married to Josh Brolin.
Okay, she wasn't married to Ben Affleck.
No, it's Josh Brolin. Remember, Josh Brolin did the movie W. He played W. He also did other things too. I find Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin also did that movie Maxwell Smart, or Get Smart. That was pretty funny too,
Oh yeah, look how happy your Bun Bun is. Bun Bun's washing
himself. Yes.
Yeah. Look at him luxuriating. He likes it.
He's happy. Yep.
What do you normally put on the bottom of the cage?
Usually we put hay in there.
Aww.
Got to buy some hay soon too. Yeah,
you gotta get hay for the Bun Bun.
There's two reasons for it. One is he likes to have hay to sleep in, and the other reason he likes hay is because he can eat it too. But I've noticed when he put hay in, he usually doesn't touch the hay much. He usually eats. He doesn't. See, the guy told me that a bag like this should last like 6 months because you got to give him hay. But every time we put hay in there and we put pellets in there, he'd eat the pellets, and he didn't like the hay. So, he's like
they eat hay. They digest it.
Most bunnies like to eat a lot of different. I have a list of stuff that you can and can't give. You don't give them lettuce because that can kill them. Is
that true? Is that true?
Yeah. Lettuce causes them gas and the stomach gas and can destroy them. It's like certain lettuces is a poison. To a bunny.
If you have the Bun in the bed, does it poop in the bed? If you have it in there for just a couple minutes?
No, usually he doesn't. But
I would totally do that.
He sometimes comes out when Chloe's walking Moppy, and I let him run around for a little extra exercise outside his cage. But
cool.
And when I do that, we always have our little radio, and she's like, "Oh, I'm coming in." So I say, "Okay, I'm gonna put Bun back up," but you let him run around, and but he's
So what did you take out the ham? Okay.
I have the ham. It's still semi-frozen, that's the thing. But
nice.
I'll cook that first, and then I will cook the prime rib second, and it'll be pretty good. Chloe wants to make mashed potatoes with bacon tonight, and with gravy. I want to do a green bean casserole, but she wants to go tomorrow to the store and spend like $3 or $4 and get some Oreo frosting for that Oreo cake. Because you can't have cake.
That's because she forgot to buy the fucking. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" I would have been so mad. I'm like all about frosting. I'd be like, "Where's the frosting? What's the point of buying a cake if you don't have frosting? There's no point."
Well, Food Bank gave us frosting and cake mix the last time. What's funny is she made this funny face the other day. I said, she's like, yes. I said, you slept in, and she's like, oh, I know, I was tired. I said, you forgot? She said, what? Food Bank was giving whole hams today, and you forgot to get a ham. Oh, maybe I can get it on next Wednesday.
That's expensive. She better go back over there and pick that shit up, man. That's not cheap. You got to get your ham.
I know. They might have some extras on Wednesday when they open again. But in the meantime, she's like, oops, sorry. And it's like, don't worry about it, because they weren't open Saturday because it's Christmas Eve. So
right. So how long does a ham take to cook?
Ham cooks at 275 degrees. By the way, most hams are smoked. So if you buy a ham, say tomorrow, hypothetically, it says on the label that you can serve it warm, aka hot, or you can serve it cold because it's already cooked. So I'm not
gonna buy a ham. It's like fucking negative out here. I'm not gonna.
I'm saying before the New Year's, once the weather warms up, buy a ham or a turkey, and the hams are already fully cooked. They're gonna have discount them because it's not any holidays until Easter now, so they'll discount them. So you buy a ham and a turkey.
Carry that stuff. I'm going to have to get the grocery service to come deliver me from the Jewel.
Well, exactly. And what I was going to say is with the ham, it's already fully cooked. So you can serve it cold or you serve it warm. But see, the thing is when you cook a ham, it's pre-cooked. It's 15 minutes per pound. So say you have 8 pounds. That's 60 minutes, about 2 hours. And you just put if you don't have a honey glaze packet, then you don't worry about it. They just pull it out and then you cut it. And I'll tell you another good thing about buying a ham is, say one morning you're hungry and you want breakfast. You can cut off some of your ham, put it in the oven for 15 minutes at say 350, 15 to 20 minutes. And while you're at it, you whip up some scrambled eggs and you have a ham and eggs for breakfast.
I like, what I like? My favorite ham dish is, the Egg McMuffin. I get out the cookie cutter and I cut out a perfectly like round piece of Canadian ham,
Canadian bacon, yeah.
Yeah, and put that in with a nice Egg McMuffin and nice, like poached eggs. Oh man, I go to town.
I was going to say I was shopping the other day on Amazon.
Love
and
ham.
I found this device and I thought, maybe I should order one of these and have it sent to Zoe because I talked to you about it a while ago. It's like Hamilton Beach makes this double serving. It's double. You can get single or double one. And what it is they'll cook your bacon, your sausage, your Canadian bacon, your eggs, and all of it, and then you put it all together in this little breakfast sandwich maker. And you can have your breakfast sandwich maker from this device,
I would love that. I would be all into that because I love an Egg McMuffin. I love an Egg McMuffin. You have no idea. Like to me, that is the perfect breakfast. That is that and like 5 cups of coffee.
You should go see Dave over at Dave. I call him Wenatchee because he was born and raised in Wenatchee, and he owns a business out there called the Sweet Retreat. And you go in there and you say, "Oh, I want a Canadian bacon sandwich with egg and cheese on a English muffin," and he'll make it for you. He'll put it all together for you and make it in like 7 minutes, and it's like $4.50. But if you want the Egg McMuffin, I always get the buttery croissant. He's got this like hickory smoked sandwich. And what I always do is I always ask him to put in Canadian bacon, ham, sausage patty, egg. Put it all together, and it's like $6. It's like the all meat.
That's don't you agree? Like, do you remember when Denny's used to serve moon over my hammy?
Yeah, I used to get
I
Denny's.
used to go in there and order that. That was like the best sandwich ever. I'm like, I would walk out of there so full. I'm like, that moon over my hammy was like
What about the
the
Super
shit.
Bird? I used to love the Super Bird. But
I
I have
like the ham one. That ham one was the
no,
bomb.
moon over hammy, yeah, but I have bragging rights about Denny's too.
I used to
I
love
used to
Denny's.
go to Denny's all the time,
That place is the bomb.
and I never had to buy my breakfast, lunch, or dinners there.
Well, isn't this where your mom worked, right?
My mom worked there.
I know.
Yeah.
I love Denny's. I told you. You know what I remember about Denny's? I will tell you right now. The funniest thing that I remember about Denny's, because this is how often I was there. They had the coolest brown ceramic coffee cups. They were brown, and they were my favorite. Yep,
Denny's coffee cup
that
right
is
here.
that is a Denny's coffee cup.
Yeah, my mom used to take these home.
I love those things. They had the best coffee cups.
Used to use that every morning. She always had
But
it.
also they had ones that were like a darker brown too. Like they had two I remember though, but they used to have the best hot chocolate. We would go in there to Denny's. Denny's made the best. They would like steep that whipped cream on top of there, and you could sit in their booths all night long. We would sit in there all night. It was the
And
best.
it was always good for, I used to work at one time at Denny's. So one of my favorite things about Denny's is, the graveyard shift, a lot of the potheads would come in for the munchies, and they always
that's me in there eating moon over my hammy. I'll have moon over my hammy and like 6 cups of coffee.
What I used to do is I used to work at Denny's, and they always called me the back of the house manager, because I did I was young enough. I restocked the beer cabinets. I cleaned the parking lots. I did the dishes. I stocked all the pantries, the freezers, the walk-in refrigerators. I did it all. I unloaded the trucks. I did everything. And one of the things is, if I had to work to unload the trucks and everything, I always got like prime rib or steak for dinner, because I was working late.
Wow.
Sometimes I would do double shifts.
And another thing about Denny's was Denny's and Bob Evans had the best menus. They had the biggest picture menus. Like they bring out the menu and it's like nothing but pictures. I'm like, this is the perfect menu.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about. They had like the egg spreads on there, and oh my god.
What about their what do you call it? The breakfast slams. Those were pretty good too.
Yeah, I like the sandwiches. I actually really like breakfast sandwiches. I don't know why. That's like my thing.
I was just looking at their menu. They still got the Super Bird. I used to get the Super Bird and the club sandwich,
Club sandwich. Oh, I love a good club. That's lunch.
I don't want to brag, but you have a Denny's in Chicago, I assume, because it says right here they go through Grubhub and other companies still, and they still do have the moon over hammies. It's still here.
Oh, I haven't had that since I was back in Ohio.
Well, I'm just looking at it right now. It says moon over my hammies.
Oh,
ham and scrambled egg sandwich with Swiss and American cheese on a grilled artisan bread, served with hash browns. And Denny's had some really good hash browns too.
Yes, they do.
And then they got this new one I've never seen called the Grand Slam, which scrambled egg, sausage, bacon, ham, American cheese on potato bread, grilled with a maple spice spread, served with hash browns.
Wow. You know what I also like is I love, and I need to get more ingredients to make them because I don't have the milk right now, but breakfast crepes. I love crepes.
Oh, Chloe's mom makes breakfast crepes every Christmas,
Oh, I love crepes.
I remember in the 90s, for 5 years, they're worth some money now. Denny's had holographic baseball cards. In the first year, everyone that had dinner, they give you these cards and you scratch off, and it'd either be the baseball card with free dinner. So my mother and I had like 2 years worth of free dinners and lunches and breakfast because no one wanted the scratch off card. So she'd take them home and we'd look in the light and it'd be like free dinner, free meal, free meal. We used those for years, you know.
Nice.
But we also got 2 baseball caps and a couple of baseball coats and a couple of baseball jerseys too. That you know, we used my stepbrother to claim them because no Denny's employees could claim the coats and stuff. So we just had my stepbrother Mikey use them, and he did it. And
Yeah.
you know, but the meal cards, we'd go to different Denny's all over the state. So we didn't go to her Denny's or the ones that they knew her from, and we'd go to other ones. We'd always have free breakfast, you know, or free dinners or whatever, you know. Mom always tipped good, anyways, but the meal cards were really good, you know, and we used every one of them.
We've only got 19 minutes for Christmas to be over here. It's almost midnight.
Yeah, I know over here it's 2 hours and 19 minutes, you know, but still it's, you know.
I'll probably go around midnight. I need to get some sleep.
Yes, get some sleep because you got to get your beauty sleep, you know, and you got to stay warm.
Beauty sleep. And so tomorrow I'm writing again, but the good news is that now starting tomorrow I can order food again because I just don't believe in like making people to work on Christmas. I just don't believe in it. I'm like, I'll sit here and eat PB&J tonight.
Make a shopping list tomorrow and have
I will.
And you know, maybe you can see if they have a deal for you know, you could also go to your
I am getting a turkey. I'm gonna get but you have to help me figure it out, but not tonight. Not tonight.
No. I was going to say is you can always go and use Discord for me, and I will you give me your zip code and I will put in the zip code from that you know, that store that's owned by Safeway, and it'll show the weekly ad and it'll tell you what you're paying for a ham or a turkey or whatever, you know, and you'll
help me figure it out because I want to get a good good poundage per price. But like also I just want to let you know, and I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I don't eat dark meat at all. I just don't like it. I only like the light meat, and I know that's gonna sound crazy, but I heard you can get a bird that's just the light meat.
Yeah, it's you can get turkey breast too. You can buy just a little turkey breast roast, and
but I wanna roast it. I only want here's what I want. I want the white meat, but I want to make sure the skin's on it because I like the skin, and I want to roast it myself. I don't want this thing to be cooked.
No. The turkeys are frozen, so all you do is defrost it, and then you put in a roasting pan, which you'll have to get.
I know. I have to get all this shit. I know.
They can also sell you the aluminum disposable roasting pans too, and just you know they sell those at the grocery stores.
Okay, so I'm just looking for a breast, like turkey breast, basically.
Yeah, they sell turkey breast roast too.
That's interesting. I've never even looked at them. I'm so lame. I have never even looked at these things. So I'll get one. I'm going to get one though, because you know what? I will eat that. I love turkey.
And another good thing is if you don't have a crock pot, you want to get a crock pot, and then if you get a turkey breast or two on sale, what you do is you can make turkey soup out of it too. And as you're slow cooking your crock pot, one of the secrets that I use to make my turkey soup really good is I buy a couple of shooters of bourbon and just throw it in there, and the alcohol burns off. But it makes the best flavor for beans and for turkey soup and anything else.
Wow, that sounds luxury. I love it.
And
but
then,
we're going to talk again though, because I have to figure out a lot. Like I've never done it before. And I mean, I want the skin to be like super crispy. I cannot wait. And I don't have a fancy stove. I just have a regular electric stove. I don't have anything fancy.
Well, you know, it's like $3.25 for it's like 2.5 to 3 hours for between 8 and 12 pound turkey, and it gets bigger and bigger, you know. So
I do have a meat thermometer though. I got the meat thermometer, so I can test it. That's good.
Oh, exactly. Meat thermometer comes in really handy.
I love having a meat thermometer, yeah, because you got to. Because I always tempt chicken breast because I used to overcook chicken breast. I used to overcook the shit out of them until they were white inside, and I'm like, just temp it. You know, but you don't learn these things when you're young. You only learn them when you get older, and you're like, oh, it tastes better if it's not overcooked. right?
Yeah, exactly. And also tastes better too with chicken breasts.
I hope
If
I don't fuck up a whole turkey.
you're not gonna screw up a turkey, I mean, I'll even give you on Discord the link so you can watch Hubby how he explains it too. It's 6 minutes long, and 6 or 12 minutes. I think it's like 16 minutes, but that'll tell you exactly what to do. How to cook it properly and get the crispy turkey, crispy and moist turkey. So you
I
don't
can't
overcook
wait. I'm be digging into that because I all winter long I try to do low carb.
it.
And if I can cook a big piece of meat, that's actually a big deal because it gives me a lot of I can eat on that for days. I can eat.
And also, if you get tired of turkey, buy yourself with the store, as a prepper, buy yourself Ziploc bags and double Ziploc bag. Put your meat in it and then put your bag in another bag. I get gallon size and then freeze it. And then maybe like 3, 4, or 5 weeks later, you're craving turkey again. You just pull out some turkey and you can make soups with it, sandwiches it. Another good thing is since you like cooking and Chloe wants to try this next month is her hand at making homemade pot pies, and homemade pot pies are really good.
Ooh, pot pies. I love pot pies. Yeah, we should do a pot pie show. Like what tastes better because I've actually seen them made in toaster ovens.
Well, if you make a fresh pot pie, it's better than the frozen pot
Oh,
pie.
I know. That's what I'm saying is you guys should do. You should have Chloe. You should be like, Chloe, let's do a show on pot pies. I would love to watch that.
No, she wants to also do a show for you all how to make homemade manicottis too, cheese filled manicottis.
We should do a show like that.
And she also was talking about a show I saw the other day. I showed her this video on how to make homemade pizza, and one of it's like taco pizza, for example, a taco pizza, and they had some other pizzas too, and I thought, that's really good too.
Yeah, that's actually taco pizza would be good. You guys should really do a show. That'll actually encourage her to keep like the dishes clean and shit. Like make sure you have a workspace over there, right? And just get all your ingredients because you guys do get ingredients for food from time to time, and you could just set it all up but you need room to like cook.
She also wants to show everyone how to make simple Salisbury steak too.
There you go. There's another thing, like you guys do all this cooking, but we don't see any of it.
I've been, I was gonna order on Amazon a tripod and then the power adapter, and then use one of the DSLRs and set it up with like a 10 or 15-foot USB plug angling at the kitchen. So I could be the camera person. Chloe could be the one doing the cooking, she can explain, what she's doing,
Yeah, well, the cool thing though, the really cool thing about it is you can use all that food that you guys make as prep. Like for meals, you can say, Chloe, let's do a week's worth of pot pies, right? And then every night you have a pot pie. She doesn't have to go to the store. It's like
exactly. I've been trying to teach her that too.
Yeah, you should be prepping meals. You guys should be prepping meals.
Well, yeah. Have you? I'll send you the link. But have you ever seen Mama Fanny's channel? She actually does a lot of prepping, cooking meals, and canning. She does a lot of canning.
Yeah, I hear. But now I have. I'm not trying to brag here, but now I have some books that I need to read.
You mean on your Kindle?
Yeah, Devil in the White City. I read the first page and I got mad, so I couldn't read any more of it. I got mad because I thought the writing was better than my book, and I'm like, well, this book's better than my book. But then I'm like, you're not supposed to think about it like that. You're just supposed to read it. I want to know what went on in that House of Horrors at the World Fair. I have to know. You know what I mean? I'm like so excited. I'm like, ooh.
Well, just remember, currently the Amazon Kindle is 50% off right now for the Paperwhite. So
I don't need waterproof. I just blew so much money on a computer, Rita. You know how guilty I feel?
Well, let me put it this way. I felt guilty making the smart ass remark about the scanner and ham radio over your computer. I felt guilty. I was being funny, but at the same time, my thought is this. Your old computer is 5 freaking years old. You have to basically upgrade eventually. Otherwise, it was really outdated. It's going to be outdated where you can't update the Windows.
No, I think it was 7 years old.
Well, anyway, look at it. You can't update
7.
you can't update Windows. You can't update your
No, I couldn't
security.
do
You can't
anything
update.
on it. I'm like, it's not a luxury to have a computer. That's what I told myself. I'm like, you need a computer. You need to get a fucking computer that works. And this one's great. I love this. This Lenovo is like magic.
Yeah, well, my cousin Dinky, like I said, she has that. She has the smaller Lenovo. It's like this big, you know.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
flips
yeah.
it and she always uses it as a tablet,
It's
you
so
know. But
cool.
you know, I tried to get her to get one with a larger screen, but she's like, no, I want to put it in my purse, you know. But you know, then I made jokes with her, like, hey, well, like the other day, I said something like, hey, still using the computer? She's like, from time to time. So you had your husband buy you a computer, printers, and everything
Time
else,
to
and you use
time.
it
I
once
use
in a
mine
while.
all the time. I'm like glued to this thing. I'm like you. I'm like, this is my new toy, and it will be my new toy for an entire year. But the cool thing about the big screen right now is that I'm balancing this on my legs while we're talking. And like, it's so, I don't need a tripod, right? There I am.
17.3-inch screen. I only go with the large screens because of my eyesight. But you know, this
Oh, yeah, yours
computer,
is big
this
too.
computer is a gaming laptop. So you know, I bought this 2 years ago.
I love a big screen. Don't you love having a big screen though? It's so cool.
And another thing is if you have a hard time with your vision, you know, like I do at
I
times,
do. I have a
and
hard time.
you can go into Chrome like this, and what you do is you go over here. I'll show you the thingy here, and you go to this little checkbox here, and it'll come down. And then what you do is you go down to the zoom button, and you can go to 200, 300, 400%. So you can make your text
Oh.
bigger by zooming in on the web browsers you're on.
What's going on with your glasses?
The advocate told me that Chloe's got to call the eye exam place. If they can take my insurance for the eye exam, they'll pay for the glasses outright. But, you know, Chloe's been trying to get a hold of the people she went into their office. They told her to make a phone call. They don't want anyone in the office. So she's been meaning to call to make an appointment. The other thing is Chloe can go off island on one payday. America's Best is offering an eye exam and 2 pairs of glasses starting at $79. So she could do
Oh,
that
wow.
too.
That's awesome.
Same with Lens Crafter. That's like $139 for 2 pairs of glasses.
I
And
just feel bad for you. Like, you need glasses.
what I thought was pretty crappy is the as you know, if you look in the lenses here, somehow you can see it. Somehow, you can see how it's
The coating's
the
chipping off.
coating's dissolving rapidly
Right.
now. And the thing is the doctor said, oh, this coating will help you, blah blah blah. But I got these glasses at July 2020, and now it's almost it'll be 3 years, and yet they I'm wondering about the coating, but apparently the advocates helped out an old lady that needed glasses. So when I brought it up to her, she said, oh, we'll help you with yours and Chloe's, no problem, but
That's good.
the advocate also said, to me email and on the phone, she said, look, Rita, you need to talk to Chloe about that lady. Remember, I told you today, Chloe turned that around and was semi-rude about it, but she basically told that IOP lady to fuck off. And the IOP lady was calling up advocates demanding that they
was
find
really
housing.
funny, though. That was really funny. You said she was giving her hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking
like, and then she finally says, oh, the program's voluntary. And Chloe's like, I'm not volunteering, you fool.
She's like, volunteer this bitch. And then she hung up the phone.
And then the lady said, we'll have someone call you to reschedule with this Karen lady. And no one's called yet, on the Karen thing. She said, oh, it might be the holidays, but still it was funny, because she was like, but she was just like, I ain't budging, I am not budging at all, because, they're like, oh, so they were calling up the advocate, and the advocate's like, look, we're getting heat here, Rita. Colonel, we're getting heat. What do you want me to do about it? Yeah, put a little heat on Chloe, let her know that we don't appreciate this lady barking orders, trying to either remove you from the lease or kick you out of your own home because the lady doesn't like you and wants us to find housing. She says there's a housing crisis. We got 107 people on the island homeless, and we're trying to find them homes, and yet we can't find them homes, but we can't find any home for Chloe either. There's a housing crisis. So, if Chloe behaved herself, the advocate said Chloe could stay, but if Chloe's not willing to pull her own weight, then the manager wants to basically remove her from the lease, and Chloe will have to find her own way around life,
Well,
So,
that's not gonna happen. She's not going to be able to find her own way around life.
yeah,
I mean, unless she needs somebody to help her, like with finances. She can't do that shit.
I offer one of the things I made a joke with Higgins and Pee Wee and Fanny the other day was I was looking at something called something Fox on Amazon, and there's it's not a daily planner, but it's a budget planner. It's like
but I mean, you'd have to get her to do these things.
I was willing to teach her Clever Fox budget planner. I was willing to buy a budget planner and work with her completely, being more independent, because as I told Chloe, I said, look, Chloe, I've lived 6 years longer than my husband, and yet if something happened to me, you're on the street. So I've been trying to tell her I need to teach you some extra life lessons.
You're on the streets. She's like, okay, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, well, thing is,
I'm just saying, like, she can't. Come on, you can't expect her to do her own finances. Come on.
Well, I would guide her basically with pen and paper and show her how to do like the ledger and the budget.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though, Rita. You have to actually keep track of that shit. She's gonna stop writing it down after like day 2.
Well,
what's the point?
Or I can do it for her, and
that's what I'm saying. She needs someone to do. Even if she won the lottery, to be fair, she should have someone doing her finances. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you do know. I told you today. The lady was the other day. The lady was talking about. Well, you can give us command payee status, and we can make sure your money's managed right. She's like, fuck you. I'm not having anyone manage my fucking finances, bitch.
Yeah, she's like, what's your credit card number? Because next time I can't get Rita's card, I'm taking yours to King's.
Or Marketplace or whatever.
Right. She's like, let me get your digits, bitch. I'm going to run up your credit card next.
Yeah, I mean,
she's hilarious. Chloe's like, what's one of your numbers? She's writing that shit down. She's, oh my God.
It's funny because, it's like the other day, it's close to Christmas, and she's like, oh, is the polar bear hungry? Oh, yeah, you want some shrimp? I'll go get it. And then, it's funny because it's like, oh, yeah, I do want shrimp. Then I'd be like, well, what's this bill for $20-some? Oh, you bought me lunch too. I'm like, all right, whatever. That's cool. I
didn't know for the longest time you used to bitch about the hot bar. And I'm like, what is this hot bar bullshit?
That's basically.
I found out what you told me it was the other day, because you were like, you can go in there and get like just a bunch of shrimp or like a bunch.
Oh yeah, they give you like a little box. It's like a little box like this for $7.99, and then a large box is like this for like $15, and you just fill it up.
She's in there like loading up on that shit before she gets on the ferry, probably.
Or she does it.
The ferry and eats like 7 million sausages.
Well, or for example, she'll be like at Safeway getting the prime rib, and she'll be like, I got your prime rib, Rita, but at the same time, I had to swing by the hot bar.
Right. Gotta go to the hot bar. Gotta go to the hot bar.
The Safeway. And it's like, well, okay, what did I buy you for lunch, at the.
Or you said like a whole thing of like popcorn shrimp, like, or whatever. It's all fried shit. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Like it's Fridays. It's like Alaskan cod. You can load it up with tartar sauce.
Why not? If you have to get back on the ferry, you got to have a snack, right?
Well, and then sometimes she'll be like this. She'll be like, hey, Rita, yeah, do you want lunch on the way back from Safeway? And I'd be like, oh, yeah. She's like, okay. So she's like, comes in and she's like, here, I got you 4 hot dogs. I was like, what'd you get? Oh, I had a couple of bowls of clam chowder, because the ferry's got, one of the things I told you is the ferry's got a galley. So, for example, you get all the way out to Anacortes and you're hungry. You can either eat in the little restaurant there in the ferry terminal, or you get on the ferry, and as the ferry's going 75 minutes to Friday Harbor, you could sit there and be like, oh, I think I'll try the famous hot dogs. Hot dogs are from Chicago. They're called Eiselbergs. Mm-hmm. Very good hot dogs. They're the best hot dogs I've ever had. Or you get the brand. And then there's the Eiselberg burgers. They have like hamburgers and cheeseburgers, and then you can have other things. Or you can sit there and be like, oh, yes, I'm from Chicago. I'd like to try what do you got in a Washington beer? And they'll be like, oh, we have Route 66 hard cider. We have uh, 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 what is it? Irish Death Stout. Irish Death Stout. We have other things, and you can say, oh, I want to try this beer, and they'll give you a glass and they'll get it all set up, and you could sit there and you could sit there and you can eat your burger and your hot dog or whatever you want there on the ferry, and you can drink a beer while the ferry's going between the islands getting to Friday Harbor. So they have an actual small bar there that, as long as you're inside the galley part, you can just sit there and be like, oh yeah, look at these big windows. I got my beer and my burger. I'm happy, and you can just ride it all the way to Friday Harbor while having your lunch. So Chloe,
listen, I'm gonna preheat my oven so I can be on for a few more minutes. Will you give me a minute? Because it takes
yes.
forever.
Would you give me a moment to run to the bathroom?
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
You preheat your oven. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Bye.
Turn on the heat. This to be funny this evening. If my phone will not quit acting wonky for a second. All right, she turned her camera off. Okay, that's cool. Anyways, I'll send her this picture on Discord real quick because I can, and I will. Hey, everyone, welcome. So, welcome to the Christmas edition with Coffee Time with Rita. I just had to send 2 pictures to Zoe, kind of funny picture, and I thought Zoe would get a kick out of it. So while we're waiting, I'm going to get my coffee, So, you know, So, I wanted to say, Moderator Pee Wee emailed me. You know, so I emptied myself, so I'm feeling pretty good. Oh, no. There you go. That's what you wanted, didn't you? You wanted a Wawa, don't you, baby? Hi, baby. And the bunny is good therapy. Got some milk so I can. So, for some of you out there curious, I know Zoe was curious. Here is what I'm cooking tonight. A ham. See? Gotta make sure the prime rib is defrosting so I don't have any problems, And Zoe said something on Discord, it seems. I don't know what she said. Someone emailed me on one of my, this is Discord. So, I decided to show Zoe Chloe's room while Chloe's sleeping. So, that was funny. My email thing was like, burnt, So, for some of you out there, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Like I said, Happy New Year. And, yeah. So,
I'm back.
So, there she is. Yes, I was just getting my coffee here, and I used the restroom. So
Good. I had to. I got like
you're making something for dinner tonight. I was gonna make a suggestion for you.
all I have, Rita, is bread. So I made myself garlic toast on sourdough. It's all I got because I didn't order anything in. So that's all
I understand. I was gonna say I was gonna make a recommendation. If you can get a hold of that sandwich maker I was telling you about, or someone generously sends you one, I might just send you one anyways. You can go online. I'm gonna tell you this right now. You can go online to Google. Google's your friend. And you could put in clone recipe. You put in recipe, clone or clone plus recipe of moon over my hammies, and I'll give you a recipe for making it at home. So you don't even have to go to Denny's to make your moon over hammies that you like so much. There's a recipe out there for it.
Yeah, but it always tastes better at Denny's.
Yeah, true, because you didn't have to cook it.
That's why I love eating out. I'm like, oh, Denny's. Oh, no problem. I love Denny's. But then I just have to like walk or exercise forever. That's what sucks because I refuse to eat any low fat anything. I won't eat low fat anything. I always am like having to work shit off. I'm like, I got to work off that butter. I got to work off that ice cream.
Well, I was going to say, as a prepper, have you ever thought about saving a few $100s? I'm always trying to spend. It seems I'm trying to spend Zoe's money that she doesn't have.
You are. Look, I look all puffy. I look totally fat.
You don't look fat. You look very beautiful. I was going to say, if you're worried about your weight and the winter times give you down, why don't you put several $100s away for 12 months? And then go purchase yourself an exercise bike or treadmill for your apartment or your condo or whatever. And then you have some extra equipment at home.
I like to be outside, Rita. I have to be outside. I told you.
Oh, yes, I know. But I was just making a suggestion. Just like, everyone that Chloe and I were talking about prepping earlier and prepping meals and stuff. And good idea, by the way. I said to her, spend like $30, $40. Of course, I'm trying to spend her money. And buy yourself a queen or king size, whatever her bed is. Buy a heater blanket. Then you're a little extra toasty and, then you'd be nice and warm,
Well, I know. But the problem with the heated blanket is that I get hot flashes. So I have to throw that thing off, put it on, throw it off. The jacket, this puffer thing is much better for hot flashes. Because you just can zip it off. I know it sounds stupid, but it doesn't weigh anything.
Yeah, well, this doesn't weigh anything either, but I find this coat to be my favorite coat. Look how fur-lined it is. Nice and toasty.
Yeah, that's awesome.
My cousin Tinky.
So what should
bought
I
me
do?
this.
I don't want to eat toast in front of you when I pull it out of the oven. Should I
Don't worry about it. Eat toast in front of me. I eat all the time on video. To me,
I'll just turn my camera off and when it's time to grab it then, because I got to go grab it in a second. But yeah, I love garlic toast. That's like my favorite. But that's all I'm eating tonight. Like literally, I think earlier I had a BLT, and that's it. Like whatever I can make with the sourdough bread. Oh, and the next thing I'm going to make on my list besides the turkey, which I know I'm going to make turkey next, but is French onion soup. But I want to get some of those Crocs. You know the Crocs, the brown Crocs with the handles for
She's
cooking.
talking Crocs. Everyone see Crocs.
Not those Crocs. Not those.
Come on, I'm making a joke here. You're talking Crocs. These are Crocs. See, it says Crocs.
That's not those stinky ass. You're crazy.
Hey, you said Crocs, so I had to throw it out there as a joke. It's but French onion soup is really good.
Soup Crocs. I love soup Crocs. I like my cheese on my French onion. I'm going to use the Gruyere.
Would you like my suggestion on your soup?
Yeah.
Make your French onion soup, but also when you make French onion soup, you can make it two different ways. You can use it with French fried onions, which my husband did that on the top, sprinkling it on. But
okay, that's
for
a good
the
idea.
base. For the base, you can go out and get Johnny's seasonings au jus mix, and there's a recipe on the back for French onion soup. And what you do is you make French onion soup, sprinkle your French fried onions, and what you do, Zoe, is you find a bakery in Chicago. They're there, and you ask for a sourdough soup bread bowl, and you take it home and you put your French onion soup in, and you eat your French onion soup or clam chowder or whatever you want in your sourdough soup bowl. And then when you're done, you break down the bread and sop up the rest and eat the bread with that your soup was contained in the soup bowl it's a bread bowl made of sourdough soup, like Panera.
Yeah, it's awesome. Listen, I'm going to go off this because I don't want to eat in front of you. Seriously, I'm just going to take my makeup off and eat. But I'll go back on, whatever you're like.
I'll still be here, So,
all right, I'll just go on live because I just don't want to eat on camera. I'm like hungry as hell.
Well, yeah, well, you can go off the links there for you to the link doesn't change, so you go ahead.
All right, I'll join you guys live though. Okay. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. So are you, after you eat, you're gonna get some sleep, I assume?
I might go on live for a while, but then I'm probably within the next hour I'll probably be done because I can't be on much longer.
Yeah, and you did smile about Chloe. That's what she's doing right now. You called.
I saw her. Yeah, she looks cute. She's all huddled in there, and the dog's by her. She looks happy.
Sure, yeah, she's sleeping. She
doesn't give a shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, are you okay?
Okay.
Okay. So she's gonna eat her food, so she doesn't want to be on camera, everyone. So in the meantime, till then, I will take the headphones off, have my coffee, see if Chloe's ready. Because the ham's got to be cooked. Even if Chloe's gonna do dishes in front of us, Zoe still wants to be in for a bit. So hold on. She's not a wolf. But the ham is defrosting. I got the front out. I would like to eat one of these days. All I have is a candy bar till then. Come on. Yeah, well, I just figured I'd check in with you. So I just talked to Chloe, Checking on garlic toast. See, she's still here, everyone. She's it was awesome, It was awesome, There's a lot of people basically curious, emailing me about Zoe, Oh, Zoe real? Yeah, she's real. So, one of the things we were talking about was, and Pee-wee emailed me, and she's like, oh my God, that's great. Zoe's actually, on video, because everyone, I've seen pictures of her, but, I think she told me once a long time ago when we first joined the GG standard for something. I can't remember what GG standard for, but, it doesn't matter, but it was just, really cool. So I got Chloe up. I woke her up. I said, hey, we want dinner sometime tonight. In A-team time, we have to get our supper put together. I mean, prime rib doesn't magically just get cooked by itself. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll get to it. So one of the things Chloe turned around and told me outright, I got to email Higgins. He's still watching. Zoe's probably going to be sitting there shitting gold bricks because for me, I want to tell you guys a story. Well, not Chloe, Zoe's eating because, Zoe likes some of my stories. She's going to probably steal them and write it down. If Zoe and I work together, I could probably work. If she was a ghostwriter, I could probably tell her, if she was working or coming out on vacation, I could probably give her the rundown of a lot of my stories, that I grew up with, and she could put I don't know what type of book she wants me to write, a journal or whatever. I want to email Higgins real quick. Sorry about that. So Chloe, of course, emailed me. Hey Chloe, Merry Christmas. Here, let's I while you're sleeping, I took a picture and I sent it to Zoe, and she says, the dog's next to you, don't get a big head. And she said you looked really pretty and cute, sleeping there, huddled there. I took this picture, I'll show you the picture. I took it on this while you're sleeping, and it was because we were joking, we were making a joke, It wasn't really poking fun at you, but it was. So she and I were joking about, we were making a joke like, we were trying to figure out how come you're so drained, maybe because you go out all the time and the weather's pretty shitty and you're exhausted from carrying a gallon of milk or something. So story goes like this: Chloe's mom sent Chloe a gift card. You applied it already to the account? So mom said, to me to just buy what I wanted through Chloe, because I look after Chloe, and Chloe said I'll give it. So I think tonight I sent an email to Higgins about scanners. We're gonna buy a scanner. Might be a handheld, might be a base station, but it will be a scanner and it will be fun. Now she can't go and use a gift card to buy a gift card for me because Amazon doesn't work that way. So. But anyways, we might get that. We might also buy a couple other things that we need that Chloe knows we need, which is a tripod. Maybe I can get Higgins to look into the. Zoe said she wanted to see what's this.
It's dog treat.
So there's a dog treat with a paw on it. Looks like a doggy, whatever. Here, you want it? I'll put it on the floor. It's got a little paw on it. See? Say something, Moppy. Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I gotta wait till Tuesday for my doggy treats. And, yeah. So, yeah, it's all good. I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm hoping for some of my prime rib tonight. Mommy Chloe said she's giving me her prime rib slab so she can have ham.
Say that, Moppy.
Gee, I'm surprised Mop Man, a.k.a. Hairy Face Man here, is trying to do his scam. He's part of the A-team, and he's well, what is it you said? You both said I get prime rib tonight. I get your slab and her slab. I'm surprised Chloe's not reprimanding you for being a little con man.
Moppy, stop conning.
I also get some ham too. Ham. So tonight Chloe's gonna place an order for a scanner when I emailed Higgins. I also need to look up the battery thing. Higgins said something to me,
All right, how much is your scanner?
I don't know. To get a cheap one, to get an expensive one, but I'm also looking at it. And All right, so
You want to wait till after dinner to eat those apple pies, right?
yes, unless you want them now. I personally
Unless
think we
you
should.
want now.
I'm waiting for the souffle play crux of the French dinner of prima riba and ajua.
Well, we'll probably be cooking pie, those little pies.
And since we go to bed really late, we got plenty of time for that. And we got the A-Team to watch tonight. Chloe's actually enjoying the A-Team. Look, you got your treat right there. What, are you blind? See? Look at this. It's got a little paw. See? Paw. A little, you know. Did you? Oh, yeah, Mommy. Mama Rita was told, Moppy, from your roommate Chloe. Yeah, I call her Mommy Chloe. That that your bag of treats that the lady gave you for Christmas, one of the neighbors, is still in Chloe's room.
Yes.
So I guess you don't want one of those little cuppy things. You want one of these. All right, I'll give you two. She'll bring out your treats because it is Christmas. I'll give you two of these while you wait for dinner, and I will give you two of the.
Merry Christmas, Moppy Dog.
Here, let me see that. I'm going to open these up. They're soft and chewy milk bones. Someone gave him a bag of milk bones for Christmas. Yeah, Merry Christmas. You eat your damn.
Moppy, eat that first.
Come on, eat it up. You got treats already. See how it is, you know? Anyways, Moppy, eat your treats.
Moppy, eat your current treats.
He knows there's a ham on the oven thing, you know. Zoe's got some ideas. One of the things is if we buy the scanner, right? Whatever base station scanner, and it's affordable, we should also add a tripod and a battery thingy and a USB thing. Higgins is going to run up the thing. I told him how much we could spend. So what we're going to do is we get a scanner, a tripod, the battery pack, and a long USB cable, and we set it up. We can start doing something that Zoe recommended while we were sleeping.
What is it?
Buying meals and ingredients and showing people how to prep 1 week of meals at a time and then freezing some of it. Like, what if you want to make 7 days of pot pies? You can make 7 days of pot pies. We're going to have a pot pie every night.
Yeah.
Or what if you want to show them on camera how to make your manicottis or your Salisbury steak? Or I could show you how to make my mama's famous meatloaf.
That'll be good.
I mean, literally, Zoe was thinking if we can keep the kitchen clean, we could start doing cooking videos. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Okay. We could do that next month or so.
I also was thinking of buying Zoe one and Chloe one of those. Zoe was talking about one of her favorite foods is an English muffin, Canadian bacon breakfast sandwich. And I told her she's coming out in spring, between March and April. She wants to try Dave's breakfast sandwiches. Now, I want Chloe to tell Zoe, I don't need to angle the camera to her, but she needs to tell you about Dave's breakfast sandwiches.
They're good, okay? They're really good.
At Zoe, I can smell garlic toast from here. Higgins, did you have your winter chicken dinner tonight with your mom? Winter chicken dinner. I want to get season 3 done in the A-Team tonight if possible. I'm actually really enjoying it. I enjoyed the. I knew they escaped from Lynch, but did they ever show what happened to Lynch after the A-Team escaped the Wild West?
Wild West? Oh, the circus, you mean?
Yeah, the circus.
Yeah, they just took the van back.
And Lynch, they didn't show what happened to him. He's nowhere to be seen ever again. Okay.
I'm not sure which one's Lynch.
Lynch is the colonel. The one that was trying to apprehend him, remember? The military police.
Yeah.
All right, Mop, let's give you one of these.
He got appointment, and yeah.
Ugh. First of all, Chloe needs to smell these.
Why?
For a dog, they smell pretty good. Hickory smoked.
Oh man, Moppy, you get to have that.
Hickory smoked, soft, chewy milk bones. Here you go. 2 milk bones. Merry Christmas, Moppy. Hold on. Go ahead, dance. No, you don't get to lay on me. You got to dance. 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 What, you think you already danced, so you get one? Dance with Zoe. Dance. Dance. Moppy, dance.
Hold the bag.
Beg. No. Beg. Come on, beg. Beg.
Moppy, bag.
Beg.
There we go.
Little mooch. So these are hickory smoked milk bones. They are beef and filet mignon flavor. Yeah, did you know it's beef and filet mignon flavor?
Yep.
Made with real chuck roast.
Maybe what they should. What's the difference between chuck and beef? That's my question. There's ground chuck and ground beef. What's the difference?
Ground chuck is basically ground chuck steak. So if you ever go to, say, Steak and Shake, they use all ground chuck or ground steak for their burgers.
Chuck?
It's a steak.
Okay, it's a steak.
It's a chuck steak.
Comes from a cow or something else? It comes from a cow, or does it come from somewhere else?
You see this, everyone? On the Rita show tonight, Grabbing my coffee, seeing.
Where does chuck steak come from?
I'll look it up. You see this, everyone? He's now looking for another.
He isn't getting our handout.
Yeah, he's had 4 tonight for Christmas. 4. Not including there's a couple below. You know what? It's Christmas, okay? Let me see. I think I got like 2 beef things left for you. Beef things?
He's getting a can of tuna, can of salmon later.
I saved these for a while ago, Moppy. It's time to give you a couple of these, too, just because it's Christmas. You get... There's a bacon strip. Here you go, bacon. I'm just going to dump this. There's 1. And then, for the grand finale, you get... Not much left of these, so you get... There.
1.
Saving you with... Oh, it's Christmas. There, that's it. No more after these. You don't get any more tonight, right, Chloe?
Yes.
Winter, sweet potato and some kind of meat on a bun with coleslaw, then pumpkin pie with Cool Whip. So that was your mom's Christmas dinner tonight? You didn't have turkey or whatever?
All right, so I was gonna eat those little pies up soon.
Well, if that's what you wish, then let me put.
Just see a pot pie to hold me down.
Sure, I'll just put the ham and the prime rib back in the fridge so it stays cool while the oven's cooking and we don't have any spoilage. How it works.
I won't.
Oh no! Do what you wish.
Remember, before you bake the 2 things, you have to bake those pies before we put the meats on.
All right. Then go ahead and do it. If you want a pot pie too, help yourself to a pot pie.
Well,
I'm not going to argue, okay?
Your Majesty, I need to get the dishes done. We need to start the ham.
Righty-o, I'm all for it.
But what I will do is cook the cake, that little cake first. Too bad we couldn't go to get more at the store because stores
They're
closed.
closed? Yeah, well.
But what we could do is tomorrow, you want more of that cake, you get 2 more boxes. Get 2 more boxes of that cake. If you get 2 more boxes of that cake tomorrow, I'll cook it tomorrow.
So Zoe is gonna order food tomorrow, so she has something. I'm gonna check something. I actually have Zoe's address for some of you saved on a Word document, and I want to pull up her zip code, just her zip code, since
What
she's
I'm gonna do is make those little cupcakes next month. Damn. Tomorrow will be great because then I could refer to payday as next week.
Payday is coming up quick.
Yeah. Can't wait till tomorrow. One good thing about Boxing Day I'm looking forward to is it's going to be on the week before payday. Therefore, I say payday's next week. Therefore, I have to say the week we get paid. I just say next week you get paid starting tomorrow. And then Tuesday it's a 7-day stretch. This is the 27th. And then we get to what's that day? The 30th is 4 days away. 31st, 3 days away. Then when we get to New Year's.
All right,
When
so
we get to New Year's, then we say we get paid this month in 2 days.
So to help Zoe out, since she's making garlic toast, is I'm looking up the weekly ad for Zoe because she can order from this place called Jewel Osco.
And it's an awesome place to get stuff, okay? I'm saying something else too. Never mind. Just go on with what you're doing. I'm gonna go.
I'm listening to you, okay? I'm trying to look at an ad and listening at the same
You
time.
paused in anger, so
I didn't get angry. I'm not angry. See, I'm sitting here patiently.
Fine. All I'm saying is, once we get into the first, once we get into next month, then I could also say that then I can say end of next month we're going to start hearing frogs again at night. I'm just looking. Oh look, honestly, I'm looking forward to when we get closer to spring. Because then we'll enter a season where we don't have to worry about high winds. It's one thing I hate is the winds. I get worried during windstorms.
Okay, so see, I listened. I didn't get angry. All right, so I'm looking at Zoe's shopping thing. Okay, here we go. You got a prime rib roast, 8 to 11 pounds, about $137. I'm trying to shop for Zoe right now, so $137. That's a good deal. She'll probably say, We were talking about there's a beef ribeye boneless steak for $9.99. That ain't a bad deal. There's a bottom round roast. You can roast in a crock pot for $15. I'm just looking to see what meats they have for her because I'm trying to do a little shopping for Zoe. Hamburger, grass fed. There's a beef ribeye bone in. Again, it's 5 to 7 pound.
You want your 2 pies?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah. London broil, $10.58. That's not bad. They got some more deals. It's a good deal for beef. So it seems whatever meat she wants. I'm trying to look for pork and, let's just go over to sandwich meat. I told her it gets the. Oh yeah, she said nothing about that because of the. Okay, here we go. All right, so let's just click on turkeys. So there's a subfolder right there. So it's Open Nature turkey breast, 5.25 pounds of just pure white meat that she wants, $15. Yeah, you cook that. There's turkey tenderloins. She was saying she likes her. There's, turkey breast bone in frozen. You don't want that one. That's a little expensive. And then if you go to there's
You're
a lot.
still gonna be doing YouTube when you start or dinner, or you?
No, I will be done by then. Okay, that's beef.
How much more?
I'm waiting for Zoe. She's eating garlic bread. She'll be right back.
And then you're cutting off the video.
When she's gone, I'm gone. Okay, so we want turkey whole because Zoe's talking about roasted turkey too. A roast turkey. So they do have.
Yeah, nap. I needed it.
They have a 6 to 9 pound little turkey, butterball, $26, $37 for a whole turkey, $30 for a whole turkey. So it seems, depends on what brand. Boneless turkey breast, frozen, $11. So they have some whole turkeys and stuff. Just and then for pork, we're looking at ham. I just want to make sure that I can find a good deal for ham for Zoe. Yeah, so ham, Cook's ham, that's a good brand. $10 for 11-pound ham. So Zoe would have plenty of meat to eat. Canned ham, 5-pound canned ham is $20. I'm gonna go with canned, unless you want canned. Smithfield ham, Cook's ham, small hams, ham steaks basically. Sliced brown sugar half ham, $10.94. Ham's the one that's on sale. So, Kentucky Legend ham shank, smoked, $20. Yeah, the ham's on sale, 99 cents for some whole half ham. 69 cents for an 8-pound. Oh, look at this, $6 for an 8-pound butt portion ham. 10-pound ham right there, $5.90. I would go and grab some hams for your freezer, Zoe, if you're watching this. Because, literally the prices at your store are amazing. Ham shanks. I can't believe $7 for a whole ham. Yeah. Look at that. So what I'm going to do is I'll send her a Discord link real quick, a Discord for ham, because they're on the sale. I'll give her a link on whole turkeys and then turkey breasts. Now, if she wants prime rib, that's going to be expensive, but I can make plenty of meals with the guidance of Chloe. I can say it's not my idea, but Zoe can make a lot of a lot of turkey. Literally, Zoe could make a lot of good turkey. I'm not giving her beef because I don't know what she wants of beef, but this here, turkey breast, ground turkey. This is the last link I'm giving her, and that'll tell her what she needs to know when it comes to saving a few dollars. Because there's $7 for 8 pounds of ham. Literally, think of how as a prepper, you could literally live and make ham and eggs, ham steaks, ham soup, ham and bean soup, ham and there's so much you can do, Yep. I'll be doing it New Year's. So in 20 minutes, she's going to be leaving. So I gave you the 3 links. So you should be fine. And by the way, I checked for you because that's my job. Ham's so damn cheap right now. I would grab as many hams as you can, Zoe. Have them delivered, stock them away. You're going to not regret having ham when the food price goes up. Where's that plug? I think I'll email the link to Higgins about that plug. So I'm going to email Higgins 3 things. And we'll go from there. Here we go. So we'll do this. Okay, so we got... Yeah, so we're gonna, here we go. Is this what we're looking for? Yeah. I think it's this we're looking for, but I'm not positive. I'll see if this is what we need. So I'm opening these links to send to Higgins. Yeah. And then there you go. Okay, so I'll email Higgs old boy. Higgs old boy. All right. So this is sold out. Higgins is going to have to find me one. Yeah, so here we go. Higgins is like, yeah, good for you. Yep. Let him figure out that camera thing. He's gonna have to find the camera adapter. We'll just do it this way. It's faster if I just cut and paste all the links and just throw them in there. And if I do it double up by mistake, then it was my error. All right, so I need to find a camera adapter for the tripod idea for using a camera full-time for doing a cooking show that Zoe recommended. So, this is 2023 is coming, and she said do a cooking thing. So I'm trying to get a tripod. Right now I can only find that. I'm going to see if Amazon has the thing. I'm very good at locating items. And I'm also a good salesperson to a point. But so we didn't pick up a Kindle Paperwhite yet or an Oasis. They're 50% off. So, you might want to look into one of those for yourself. And so he's probably laughing while eating garlic bread, saying, haha, very funny. She's got the link. Here you go. So I sent that. I need a battery adapter. Hold on. All right, so I gave Higgins the link. So he's going to have to locate probably a power adapter for the Canon T6 and T7 because I can't find it. So, however, he did email me. It says larger floor standing tripod. I already emailed him. I already sent the tripod and the other thing, Small tabletop tripods are cute. Yeah, if you're a Higgins and you want to, I don't want a tabletop. I want one that's like 60 inches tall that I can use for the camera. So I gave you the links. Now, the power adapter is a problem because we don't know where to get the power adapter. Because it's saying there's none available. Let me see. Do you have any? Can you sort it through brand? Nope. Well, let me sort it through brand. camera power adapters. Okay, hold on. Now, can we sort it by Canon? Nope. It just says sort by seller. So apparently the Canon T6 and these are not compatible. So I want a Canon. I'll have Higgins dig it up and email me a link. And that'll be fine because I can't figure it out. So Zoe, you're logging off. So are you not coming back live? Because once you log off, I log off too, and that's it. And it's been 3 hours. So I'd like to get some TV time in 14 minutes. Maybe I'll work with Zoe tomorrow when she's up and about on Discord to figure out a tripod since she's into photography. If she can guide me on, I was going to get the Amazon Basic. So she's now doing a bathroom break. Yeah, I probably had too much. Are you still having your Coca-Cola in bed? Yeah, she was talking about Coca-Cola in bed. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Do. Oh, another comment from last time's video. We have, I am backstage on StreamYards. Yes, I know. I saw you, Missy. I saw you, Mama. Yep, so Zoe left a comment, that's great. Currently, we have content. And if you go to live Christmas edition, we have 27 views, 3 live views, and 5 likes for once. And with Zoe, everyone was excited about that, So, it was a fun show today. Fun with Zoe. I'd like to see her again, maybe on New Year's or something. She'll come on, that'd be great, wouldn't it? In the meantime, make me another cup of coffee. I'm getting ready to watch TV. What I really wanted was popcorn. But that went through again. Yeah, Zoe was excited. And I will tell you guys a joke. Okay, so I was getting ready for bed, right, taking a nap, and Zoe, she's sweet, and I said to Zoe, she said yes. What's so worrying about your Christmas card getting to me? It's not like there's anything in it. It's not like she's sending me something that says "fuck off" or something else, right? And she's like, it's a surprise. So it's like she's worried about this Christmas card. Well, the informed delivery thing, that they say nothing, and everything's being delivered on Tuesday. So, even if it, and which reminds me, while I'm at it, my phone. I think my phone's somewhere, right? I need to call and see if Dad's in for a second because I want to ask Dad a question because he's not answering his phone. I figure he's still up. So I'll talk to him and wish him Merry Christmas. Chloe's got the phone. Guess I'll have to ask for the telephone. Hey, Chloe. You got my telephone? Merry Christmas. Hey, I was going to ask you, Dad, did you ever get your Christmas card sent out? Oh, cool. Yeah, I just want to check in with you, just wish you Merry Christmas and see if everything's good, So did you choose a movie tonight? Because I didn't see you text me or anything, Yeah. What's a suggestion? Cool. Well, my question is how is the coffee? Which one did you try this time? Oh yeah, how was the strawberry? I know a couple of moderators of mine are saying it sounded kind of nasty. Yeah. So, So the one with the chicory is pretty good. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I want to thank you too, by the way, on your gift. You didn't have to do it. Chloe's called her mom today. Her mom's in Arizona for the holidays. Hold on for. Hey, bud. You a little happy, little rooter? So. Okay. That answers that question. I had sent Zoe a private message. Cool. So, anyways, like I said, Merry Christmas. Chloe's mom's in Arizona for the holidays. I know because she thanked me so wholeheartedly for the email I sent her this morning. Yeah, Chloe made up with her mom. Her mom basically said, "Yeah, I know you have a temper on you, like whatever." So it's all good. So it's all done. Everything's good. So, anyways, I figured, you would have some type of movie suggestions. Hey, you're not working tomorrow, are you? Well, what about the weekend? Did you work Saturday or Sunday? I know you were talking about it, but didn't know. Okay, cool. I know tomorrow the post office ain't open. Okay. Well, maybe it would be a blessing. Maybe you can go grab yourself a dinner with Gary tomorrow. What? Oh, how was your Christmas? Did you go out and eat somewhere, or did you stay in? And the Oh well, at least you got it. Well, at least you got a free meal out of it. So, yeah, I went to bed late. Zoe called me on Discord this morning. We chatted for like 4 hours, and I took a nap. You know, so Well, she wanted to go live today on YouTube. So, yeah, I did that. A lot of moderators message saying, "Wow, the yeah." Anyways, it doesn't matter about that. So, what movies do you have recommended? Okay. Shop around the corner. Okay. Let me look. Shop Around the Corner is a something Sullivan and something Stewart movie. James Stewart. Oh, James Stewart, right? And Margaret Sullivan. And it's a 1940s movie. Yes. 1940 American thingy. Samson based on 1937 Hungarian play. Eschewing regional politics in the years leading up to World War II, the film is about two employees at a leather goods shop in Budapest who can barely stand each other, not realizing they're falling in love as an anonymous correspondence through their letters. Plot concept revived in the 1998 film You Got Mail, starring Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. Shop Around the Corner is ranked number 28 on the AFI's 100 Years, 100 Passions, and listed all-time 100 movies in 1999. And then the plots, James Stewart and Frank Morgan are Budapest right up to World War II. Okay. Okay. All right, let's do it then. Cool. I haven't made dinner yet. If you want to hear a quick story, I'll tell you. I went to bed after talking to Zoe. Then I got up and Chloe was sleeping. So then, she did like half the dishes. She's like, "Oh, I still got dishes to do." And I'm like, "Well, you got dishes to do, garbage to take out, bunny cage to clean." And I told her, get it done within 4 to 6 hours while I nap. I get up. I finally got her to get the bunny cage done. Then she's like, "When you're done with your YouTube video and your phone calls and everything, I'll go finish kitchen," because she wants prime rib. I'm like, "Well, you got to earn it." So far, the trash has been taken out. The bunny cage isn't clean. Half the dishes are done. So she's like, "Well, before I can cook ham or prime rib, I got both. I have to cook these little pies and these cakes." So I was like, "Hurry up. The polar bear is going to get hungry. And when the polar bear gets hungry, there's no telling what's going to happen." So she's got these little banquet apple pies she wants to bake. And she also wants to make a pot pie to tide her over. And then she wants to make a Oreo cookie cake, which I told her to do tomorrow because she forgot the frosting. And then she wants to make mashed potatoes and gravy. And I'll cook the ham first, followed by the prime rib. So I'm set on prime rib, man. And I have to get the prime rib to room temperature. So it will all be good tonight, man. So, anywho, that's what I wanted to say. So, otherwise, Chloe's mom emailed me and said, "Hey, there's a gift card. It's in Chloe's account. You can literally use, tell Chloe what you want and order it." So I was like, "Cool." And so, anyways, all right. Right. I was just answering someone at Discord. Okay, cool. All right, then. Love you. And again, Merry Christmas. And thank you. All right. You too. Bye-bye. Love you. So, strawberry coffee. So, when Chloe comes in, I'm out, people. So, I'm going to charge my phone again. So, I just told Zoe The advice I'm giving her is stock up on. Let me look at what Higgins gave me here. Yes, but which one? See, Higgins gave me a link, but he didn't tell me. All right, so Dad wants Milwaukee. Yeah, so anyways, I got to send some links to Chloe tonight. Watch Aid Team, get dinner prepared, and talk to her about police scanners. She said I can have a police scanner tonight. So do I want to go handheld or base station? You know, base station or handheld? Makes you wonder, right? She said bathroom breaky poo. So basically, she's having a breaky poo. Basically, a breaky poo meaning she's having a quick break. Not, it's like saying I'm going to go tinkle poo or tinkle-inkly, Yeah, so anyways, when Chloe comes back in, I'm off to watch TV until dinner's prepped because, I can't basically sit here all night without food, All I got is a candy bar. Otherwise, otherwise we're good. Good Christmas show and on to the New Year. Yes, I just asked Zoe if she wanted to join us for a New Year's show. Dad said something like Zoe or Chloe. I thought you were done with one of them two. Anyways. So, I'll talk to Chloe when she gets in, but thing is I gotta eat eventually, and I'm getting tired of waiting, this is the thing. You see, one of the things Chloe likes to do is hold me up on eating because she gets angry at times, So we got apple pies. I ate shredded mozzarella cheese. So anyways, with that all said and done, I'm going to open up my I'll close my Google Voice, and then I will open up my Amazon. I'm very happy right now. And I will go to my Christmas list. I got to change it at January 1st, 2023 Christmas list. Okay, cool. So anyways, let's just go down the list. This one here, and then this one, and then this one. I want to check on shipping dates for these items. Let's see if Chloe really wants to get a tripod. This one's a little more money, I think, than what it's worth, but we'll find out. So let's see here. So this one is $9.99, and it's not really $9.99. So I'm gonna finish looking up this because I don't want used, I want new. So shipped by Amazon, delivered January 5th to the 9th. Okay. And then you have this one. Then you have this shipped by Amazon finally. And then you have Amazon, Amazonia, and then this one is Amazon. They just raised the price again. All right, there we go. All right, so anyways, like I said, I'll wait for Higgins to email me, but as promised, Chloe's got to do her chores and we got to get dinner started. So Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestions, like, subscribe buttons. Hold some fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, hit the thumbs up button, the subscribe button. Hold some fun for the family. Leave the comments nice is all we ask. And to all of you out there, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.